Guys, what is good and what is going on, Sixer Nation? First game back from the All-Star break. Your boy BLSG back in the building for another Philadelphia 76ers live play-by-play and reaction. And like I said, first game back from the All-Star break. That's right, ladies and gents. We are back for another one here on this Thursday evening on February 20th, 2025. And like I said for the third time, first game back from the All-Star break for your Philadelphia 76ers. And ladies and gents, we are back here for another live play-by-play and reaction for your Philadelphia 76ers. Even though this season has gone terribly and not the season that we were expecting, we are still here trying to do as many play-by-plays as we possibly can on this channel. As the 39 and 16 Boston Celtics coming into this one with a record of 22 and 6 on the road, set to take on the 20 and 34 Philadelphia 76ers with a record of 10 and 17 when it comes to playing at home. The Sixers entering this game off the All-Star break, they're coming into this one with a 5-game losing streak and losing 7 of their last 8 games. And then as for the Boston Celtics, Sixers have lost 7 of their last 8 going into this one. And then as for the Boston Celtics, they have won 7 of their last 8. So clearly, as we can see, the Boston Celtics coming into this one as the clear-cut better team. But if the 76ers can find a way to win this game tonight, I will be shocked. But if they do end up losing this game, I think it's time to fully commit to the tank and sit Joel Embiid for the rest of the season. Let him get the surgery that he needs. Give Paul George a chance to get healthy. And let all the young guys play to prepare them on for the future whenever they have a chance to step up and get their shot at playing when they get true meaningful minutes. Shout out to everyone started coming through, ladies and gents. We got 2 people up in here. Appreciate you guys coming through and tuning in already. If you guys have not done so, ladies and gentlemen, first play-by-play from the All-Star break, back at it. If you guys have not done so, hit the like button on the stream. It's usual business as always. Hit the subscribe button if you guys are new to the channel. And everybody, be sure to go ahead and share out the stream so we can bring more viewers up into the chat. You guys know how we rock and roll as always. So let's get down to business here. Business stays the same as usual. You already know we got to go ahead and start off with the chat. My guy Eagles being the first guy up on in here. What's going on, Eagles? Appreciate you coming through and stopping on by, dropping a like on the live stream. Appreciate that, Eagles. Appreciate you coming through the stream as always. So just so you know, I won't make the live tonight. I have a Bible study in my church, so I can't make it tonight. I'll catch you next stream. Go Sixers. Amen. Eagles. At the end of the day, Bible study, gotta respect it. God is good all the time. All the time, God is good, Eagles. You know what? You put God first, and then you put the Sixers second. I completely respect it. But Eagles, hey, appreciate you coming through, stopping on by, dropping the comments real quick before this game gets underway. One of my loyal supporters right here, Eagles, ever since he saw my channel. So, Eagles, once again, appreciate you coming through and stopping on by, and God bless you, good sir. But ladies and gents, real quick before this game gets underway, first of all, before we go ahead and dive into the injury report, just so you guys know, for the sake of where you guys can watch the game at tonight, it is not being televised on local TV on NBC Sports Philadelphia. It is being televised on TNT. So this is a national televised game coming right out of the All-Star break, and the first national televised game coming out of the All-Star break, because there was a game last night between the Charlotte Hornets and the Los Angeles Lakers. But as expected, they don't want to put that game on national television. They want to put that game on local TV for the sake of the Lakers. So, first national televised game coming out of the All-Star break is Celtics versus 76ers. And ladies and gents, like I said, we want to dive into the injury report real quickly here before the game goes ahead and gets underway. So let's go ahead and dive right in. For the Boston Celtics, only one injury tonight for the Celtics, and there's not really a key player for the Boston Celtics, and really has not been this season, has just kind of been like a garbage minute player. But forward Xavier Tillman will not play in tonight's game against the 76ers due to a knee injury, according to Taylor Snow of the Celtics official site, who was the first one to go ahead and report for the team. And that is the Celtics' only injury for the game tonight. So we're obviously going to see Jason Tatum. We're going to see Jaylen Brown. We're going to see Kristaps Porzingis, Derek White, Peyton Pritchard. All these really scrappy guys. Even former Sixer Al Horford and former Sixer Jaden Springer, you name it, we're seeing them tonight. Only player we're not going to see is going to be forward Xavier Tillman, who doesn't even get a lot of minutes regardless. So now over to the 76ers side, if I can ever get to it today, not tomorrow. Would like to get over to the Sixers side today. And injuries tonight for your Philadelphia 76ers. Real quickly here before this game starts. Injuries for your 76ers tonight. Shooting guard Eric Gordon will not play in this game tonight due to a wrist injury and is working through treatment options and carries no timetable for return. But according to Nick Nurse, it's going to be quite a bit of time until we see Eric Gordon back on the floor. And that was first reported by Adam Aronson of PhillyVoice.com. Also following that up is point guard Kyle Lowry, who will not play in tonight's game against the Boston Celtics due to a hip injury. Forward Justin Edwards, who the 76ers just converted from the two-way contract up to a standard just a few days ago, will miss at least the next 2 games for the 76ers, according to Keith Pompey of the Philadelphia Inquirer. And obviously we know Jared McCain will not play in tonight's game, but is once again progressing well, and he once again was ruled out for the season, so he will not be able to play until next year. But this future for the 76ers team is looking pretty bright despite the young talent that they do have around them, especially surrounding Tyrese Maxey. But like I said, ladies and gents, if the Sixers lose this game tonight, they should be fully committing to the tank. Joel Embiid should be sitting for the rest of the season. Same thing with Paul George. They should be sitting for the rest of the year. And then for the sake of Justin Edwards, ladies and gentlemen, if we want to look at the next 2 games, so he'll be out tonight and he'll be out next game, which I do believe the game after this is going to be on Saturday, yes, against the Brooklyn Nets. So Justin Edwards will be out tonight against the Boston Celtics and Saturday against the Brooklyn Nets, and will be set for a return on Monday night against the Chicago Bulls on Monday, February 24th, is when we will see Justin Edwards back in the lineup. Speaking of lineups, starting lineups here for both teams. For the Boston Celtics is Jrue Holiday, Derek White, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, and Kristaps Porzingis. And for the Philadelphia 76ers is going to be Tyrese Maxey, Quentin Grimes, Paul George, Kelly Oubre, and Joel Embiid. Coming to you guys live from the Wells Fargo Center, home of your Philadelphia 76ers, looking to get off their 5-game losing streak and get back on the winning ways. The Celtics looking to keep up their hot momentum as they have done so far pretty much throughout the entire season, and look to keep it going as they have been one of the most dominant teams in the Eastern Conference. Sixers rocking the blue jerseys, Celtics rocking the white. It will be Joel Embiid versus Kristaps Porzingis in the tip-off, as we do see Kristaps Porzingis and all these players getting ready to get underway. We saw Quentin Grimes earlier, too. Again, he is in the starting lineup for the 76ers. Tip-off is underway. Kristaps Porzingis will win the tip over Joel Embiid. And here we go. Celtics starting off with the ball from the Wells Fargo Center. First game out of the All-Star break. Here's Jaylen Brown with the ball. Going to get it over to Jason Tatum over to the right side. Tatum going to kick it out to Jrue Holiday in the corner. And Holiday, early on, just 16 seconds into this game, will be fouled in the corner by Kelly Oubre. So not the start the Sixers were looking for, just 16 seconds in. Inbound pass coming here for the Boston Celtics, looking to get on the board and strike first here in this Eastern Conference matchup. Speaking of Jrue Holiday, he will do the inbound here for the Boston Celtics. Set the inbound now. Inbounds to Jaylen Brown, who lays up off the glass and lays it in, and the Celtics strike first in this Eastern Conference matchup. Finding his way into the paint here for the Celtics as Maxey gets the ball over to Paul George at the right wing. George looking for options here. Ball is deflected up in the air. George catches it again. Ball is deflected by Jason Tatum. George gets it to Embiid. Embiid working against Holiday in a mismatch. Embiid kicking out to Paul George for 3. And it's good for Paul George. PGA getting things started out of the All-Star break. Taking some time away from the basketball side, getting his mind right for out of the All-Star break, and is showing what he can hopefully do for this team going forward as Derek White throws it over to Porzingis, who tried to find Jason Tatum, but the ball will bounce out of bounds. And that is a turnover for the Boston Celtics, and it shall go to your 76ers. As we get a look at Joe Mazzulla, who has a 160-59 career record as the Boston Celtics head coach. And Paul George down the other end will be fouled here but as the ball will actually go out of bounds, but it's going to go off of Boston. So it's going to stay here with your Sixers. And Maxey sits inbound. Maxey inbounding here to Oubre. Back over to Maxey it goes. Maxey going to lob it up to Embiid, who now has a good matchup against Porzingis. Embiid dribbling. Embiid bounce pass against Kelly Oubre with the slam. Kelly Oubre with the flush at the rack. And your Sixers lead the Celtics 5-2 with 10:40 left in the first. Here's Tatum with the ball. Bounce pass against Porzingis, who lays it up and lays it in against Joel Embiid. And Embiid's going to have that rough matchup tonight against Kristaps Porzingis. As Maxey with the ball flips it to Embiid. Embiid launching a three from the top of the key. Cannot get it to fall. Rebounded here by the Celtics. And here comes Jrue Holiday. Holiday coming through in the lane. Up it goes off the glass. And it is through the cylinder for Jrue Holiday. Putting the Celtics back in front 6-5 with about 10 minutes left to go in the first. Oubre launching a three. Down the other end. Swirls the iron. Cannot get it to fall. Rebounded here by Derek White. And here come the Celtics down the other end. White looking for options to go lob it up to Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown driving. Throws an underhand pass to Jrue Holiday, who kicks it out. The Derek White launching a three. And that was perfectly executed from this Boston Celtics offense, who's getting going early on against this struggling Sixers defense. Here's Paul George with the ball. George a step back three against Porzingis. And it comes up well short. But it'll go off of Derek White and it'll go out of bounds, and the Sixers will get the ball back. And they got lucky, as this lead could have got increased even more if the Celtics were able to retain the basketball. Second season for Nick Nurse as the 76ers head coach. 67-49 record for Nick Nurse since becoming the head coach of the 76ers. Maxey to inbound the ball. Inbounds to Embiid. Embiid going to put it up for two. Cannot get the fall. The whistles are silent. And here come the Celtics off the rebound. Holiday looking for options. Going to lob it up to Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown going to drive. Going to try to lay it up. Cannot get to fall. Maxey thought that was good defense, but the refs deny it. As this will be a foul in shooting motion here by Tyrese Maxey, and Jaylen Brown will step to the charity stripe here to shoot 2 free throws, and will have an opportunity to increase the Celtics lead potentially up to 6. So you can see Joel Embiid. He went down diving on the floor. He usually gets the whistles right there, as the first one is good at the line for Jaylen Brown. He usually gets those whistles where whenever he gets tied up and lands on the floor, he usually gets those whistles, but apparently on a national televised game, not today. As Joel Embiid has been dealing with the knee injuries, they zoom in on Joel Embiid's knee, and Embiid with having to have some extra comfort on his knee to make sure everything is okay. And Embiid is moving around okay so far. Let's see how it holds up for the rest of the game as Maxey with the ball here for your Sixers. Maxey crossing half court, dancing to the right side, guarded by Holiday. Maxey going to find Joel Embiid. Embiid looking for options, going to lob it up, and he throws it right to Jaylen Brown. Embiid did not see his man as Brown finds Holiday. Holiday going to drive into the lane. Holiday going to spin. Lay it up for two and cannot get it to fall. Rebounded here by Quentin Grimes, who takes it down the floor. Grimes, number 5 for your Sixers. Kicking out to Oubre, who lost it but gets it back. Lobs out to George. George working the inside against Porzingis. George danced around with 8:40 to go. Standing outside the arc. George looking. The mid-range shot for George from the free throw line. It is good. Paul George, a big-time shot here for your Sixers. Putting them down by 4 with under 8.5 to go in the first. Here's Jaylen Brown with the ball, losing it. Still loose, and Oubre picks it up. And he throws it right to Jason Tatum, who comes down the other way. Tatum finds Porzingis for a 3, looking to increase the lead and cannot, as he's denied by the rim and picked up by Embiid on the rebound. Here's Grimes with the ball down the other end. Grimes going to find Joel Embiid at the top of the key. Going to find Paul George at the right wing. George dances around, guarded by Holiday. George going to find Joel Embiid, dealing with the mismatch against Jaylen Brown, who flips out to George. George driving. George flipping it to Grimes, to Maxey. At the right wing, finds Oubre with the slam-a-jamma. And here comes Kelly Oubre, finding a way to bring the downtown splashdown. And your Sixers once again down by 2 with 7:40 to go here in the first. Here's Tatum with the ball here for the Boston Celtics. Tatum going to his right. Tatum going to find Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown stopping and hands it off to Tatum. Tatum driving. Tatum going to lay it up off the glass, and it is good for Jason Tatum. Finding his way to the rack, putting the Celtics back up by 4. This game has been close all throughout so far. as Maxey with the ball, looking to have the 76ers respond. Gets it over to Embiid, going to find Oubre. Oubre going to lob it up to Embiid. Embiid guarded by Porzingis. This is the matchup Embiid wants. Embiid goes up and finishes nicely with the jump shot from Joel Embiid. Nice jump shot from the mid-range here from Joel as Jaylen Brown down the other end. Pump fakes, kicks it out to Tatum in the corner. Tatum guarded by Quentin Grimes. Tatum spinning. Tatum fading away on the shot for two. Cannot get to fall. Rebounded by Maxey, who stepped out of bounds, but they're going to say that Jrue Holiday pushed Maxey out of bounds. And the Sixers will get the basketball. And speaking of your Sixers, we have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. Sixers looking to either tie this game or take the lead coming out of commercial break. But it is the Boston Celtics with 13. Your 76ers with 11 with 6 minutes and 49 seconds left to go here in quarter number 1 and first game out of the All-Star break. I mean, I'll take this, ladies and gents. It is a solid start right now for your Sixers. I mean, I need a couple guys to get going here, but I like the way Paul George has started this game. Paul George has started this game really nicely for your Sixers. If you just look at the numbers right now, I mean, Boston's not really having anybody go crazy tonight so far in this game. Paul George has gotten off to a really nice start, if I'm being completely honest. I absolutely need to see Maxey get going in the shooting. And then Quentin Grimes, I need to see this guy be that quality role player for this team. He's earned a spot in the starting five for a reason. So it's time for Quentin Grimes to come out here and put his big boy pants on. It looks like they're running the 3-guard lineup, unless you want to consider Oubre the small forward. Maxey and Grimes are probably the starting guards for tonight. And then they're going to have Kelly Oubre play the 3 and then Paul George play the 4. I just will not understand why they continue to bring Gershon Yabusele off the bench. Like, that is one thing I will just not understand. I will never understand why Gershon Yabusele is still coming off the bench when he has had a really underrated season. Let's just put it at that. This guy has been completely underrated for this team and yet continues to sit the bench for absolutely no reason whatsoever. Yeah, so far I like the start. Obviously need to get a couple guys going. Definitely need to get Maxey going. Quentin Grimes needs to get going, and Joel Embiid. It's time to pick it up. Get to the paint and do what you do best. Drive to the basket. I know teams won't let you get there, but you got to find your way through. Like that. That's your bread and butter right there. Getting to the basket and finishing at the rack. Star Wars 99, what's going on, my guy? Appreciate you coming through and stopping on by. What do you think of Eagles Kevin Patullo being the new offensive coordinator? Yes, if you guys did not see Kevin Patullo, who was the passing game coordinator for the Eagles and has been with the staff for quite a bit, has now been elevated and hired to become the team's offensive coordinator. And honestly, Star Wars 99, I'm kind of in the middle with it, but I'm kind of edging it to being more towards a good move. But at the same time, you got to think about the cons too, as this man has never been an offensive coordinator. And last time that this team has had someone that has been an offensive coordinator for the first time, last time that's happened, they were running the offense through Nick Sirianni. So I mean, at this point with Kevin Patullo, we'll just see what happens. As the game is back on here between the 76ers and the Celtics, Paul George here with the ball as the Sixers get the ball to start. At a commercial break, as George gets to the Grimes, who finds Embiid, goes up, cannot find it for 2, working in the paint, and rebounding here by the Celtics. Here comes Jason Tatum down the other end. Gets double teamed for the moment. Tatum trying to find his option, finds Jrue Holiday, going to get it over to Porzingis, going to get it back over to Holiday. Holiday standing in the corner, going to find Porzingis. Porzingis tries to go up, and Porzingis will be fouled here on the play, and this is going to be against Paul George. So Paul George will be called for the foul, and Kristaps Porzingis will head to the charity stripe. So far, no lineup changes for either team. just about halfway through this game. First one at the line is good here for Kristaps Porzingis. Second one at the line for Porzingis is also through the cylinder, and the Celtics will once again take a 4-point lead with just over 6 minutes to go. Here's Maxey the ball here for your Sixers. Maxey going to dump it off to Oubre, who will find Paul George. George going to get it over to Maxey. Maxey going to find George over to Embiid. Embiid working against Holiday. Going to find George, who will lob it up to Embiid. Embiid looking for options. Embiid kicking it out to Maxey. Maxey going to drive. Maxey, the floater is good. Nice finish at the rack for Tyrese Maxey. And this is the Tyrese Maxey we need to be seeing all game long. Making shots and needs to find ways to make plays. As Derek White with the ball has that ball stripped by Maxey, and Maxey will loop it up to Grimes. And Quentin Grimes with the absolute slamma-jamma jackhammer. And great pass by Tyrese Maxey to create the play, and great finish by Quentin Grimes. There's Tatum with the ball off the inbound. Going to get it into Derek White. Derek White taking it down the other end. White going to dance around. Going to back in against Maxey coming around the screen. Derek White spinning. Derek White looking for options. Ducking. Puts it up. Cannot get it to go. Rebounded by Oubre. And I think they're going to say Oubre stepped out of bounds. And yes, they will. So Oubre will step out of bounds, which means the Celtics will get the ball back here. And can we see our first lineup change of the game here from either team? As we saw Al Horford getting ready to sub in as Jason Tatum has gone out of the game and Al Horford is in for the first time. Also entering the game here for the 76ers side, Gershon Yabusele is in the game for the first time here to replace Paul George. Gershon Yabusele set to check in. And Gershon Yabusele being the first man off the bench. And Paul George will take a seat. Solid start from Paul George, though, if I have to be completely honest. He has been on a pretty nice start so far. And I will gladly take it. So now Joel Embiid is going to have to deal with two centers. Gershon Yabusele is going to have to pick one of those centers to go ahead and deal with between Porzingis and Horford. So we shall see what these matchups are looking like. If I had to guess, Yabusele is going to be guarding Horford, and Embiid's going to stay on Porzingis. First one at the line here for Porzingis. Apparently, some sort of foul called. So it was an away from play foul called against Kelly Oubre. So Kristaps Porzingis shot a free throw uncontested and could not get the fall. So he missed the free throw, and the Celtics do get the ball back, though, as White inbounds the ball to Al Horford, who's going to find Jrue Holiday, who is open for three and got it to go. Joel, I need you to stay on your man. Stop letting them go. Here we go. Here come your Sixers. Maxey down the left side. Maxey a step back three with the side step. Can't get it to fall. Rebounded by Derek White. And here come the Celtics as White is trying to look for Jaylen Brown, but it went off of Quentin Grimes by the looks of it. So it's going to stay with the Celtics here. And for the first time tonight, we will see Peyton Pritchard enter the game here, and he will replace Derek White here for the Boston Celtics. Inbound passes in here from Jaylen Brown to Peyton Pritchard. Pritchard will get back over to Jaylen Brown. Brown looking for options here. Brown looking around the screen from Porzingis. Porzingis a triple, and it is cash money for Kristaps Porzingis, who has just been really effective so far in this first quarter. But here come the Sixers looking to answer. Joel Embiid trying to respond with something. And Joel Embiid just had to put a shot up and did so to get the foul called in shooting motion, and will be shooting 2 free throws from the stripe, as this one will be called against the former 76er at that in Al Horford. Joel Embiid was like, that was a foul in shooting motion. Come on now. That's a foul in shooting motion. And the first one at the line here for Joel Embiid is good. First one at the line here, good for Joel Embiid. Can he make both and put the 76ers down by a few points? And yes, he can. Sixers back down by 4 with 4:25 left to go here in the first quarter. 21-17 being the score. Joel Embiid so far, 4 points, 3 assists, shooting 1 of 4 from the field. Jaylen Brown launching a triple here from the right wing and absolutely drains it. Jaylen Brown being left uncontested from the 76ers defense, and this Sixers defense has not been impressive so far. It's Maxey with the ball here for your Sixers. Maxey around the screen for Joel Embiid, launches a 3 and absolutely cashes it in. Cash me out, Tyrese Maxey. Here come the Celtics down the other end, maintaining a 4-point lead with 3:48 to go. There's Jaylen Brown laying it up for 2 off the glass, cannot get to fall. Kicks out to Horford, out to Pritchard. Pritchard looking for options. Step back 3 for Pritchard is off the mark to the left and rebounded by Yabusele. Now into the hands of Quentin Grimes. Grimes taking his time down the floor, gets over to Embiid. Now working against Porzingis. This is the matchup he wants. Embiid, the behind the back pass to Oubre. Oubre sending it out to Yabusele. Going to find Maxey. Maxey looking for options. Maxey going to drive. Maxey going to lay it up. Can't get it to go, but Embiid with the putback. Joel Embiid right there to clean up the mess on aisle 5. And your 76ers are not backing down as they are trailing this game by 2 points with 3:14 left to go here in this first quarter. The Boston Celtics were up by 7 points, and the Sixers have just reduced the lead and have trimmed it down to 2. It is the Boston Celtics with 24 and the 76ers with 22. And with 3:14 left in the first quarter, the Celtics still maintain the lead, but the 76ers still are not backing down. Yeah, guys, so far for the Sixers, first game out of the All-Star break, they've been pretty solid. You know, they're keeping up with the Celtics. They're keeping up with the Celtics, who have one key player missing tonight, and that's Xavier Tillman, who doesn't even get minutes for this team. The Sixers are literally missing 95-year-old Kyle Lowry. They're missing 87-year-old Eric Gordon. They're unfortunately missing the young gun Justin Edwards, and obviously they're missing Jared McCain. But yes, you see what happens when you don't have 95-year-old Kyle Lowry and 87-year-old Eric Gordon on the floor. Everyone's going to say, oh, Eric Gordon's been good for this team. Yes, I get that. And anyone's better than Kyle Lowry. But it's just the pace of the game. It's just the pace of the game that really is impacted because of players like Eric Gordon. Eric Gordon's really slow. He does create shots off the dribble and has been really solid at shooting this year, but he slows down the pace of the game and prevents the young guys from doing what they're supposed to do. And when it matters, the young guys have been better. The young guys have been better without a question. So yeah, I'm looking for minutes tonight from Adem Bona. I'm looking for minutes tonight from Ricky Council. Nick Nurse. I'm looking for minutes from Jared Butler tonight. I'm looking for minutes from a lot of these guys, so let's go. Coming out of timeout, we will have a few lineup changes here as Ricky Council will enter the game for the first time tonight to replace Quentin Grimes, and Paul George will enter the game here to replace Kelly Oubre. So Paul George will check right back in here for the Sixers before the end of the first quarter. And then for the Boston Celtics, a couple lineup changes being made as Jason Tatum will enter the game here to replace Drew Holiday. And then also for the Boston Celtics, Sam Hauser will check into the game for the first time to replace Jaylen Brown. And Sam Hauser is known to be one of those scrappy players for this Boston Celtics team. Low-key could be first or second guy off the bench for the foreseeable future, because he is just known to have that scrappiness to him. Especially against a team like the Sixers, he has been known to go absolutely crazy and just bonkers whenever he plays a team like the Sixers. So Sam Hauser is just one of those threats off the bench. So we shall see what happens here as the game is back on. Celtics starting out with the ball coming out of commercial. As Tatum with the ball is going to find Horford back over to Jason Tatum. Tatum going to his right, going to lob it up to Porzingis. Porzingis going to find Pritchard, launch a three from the right wing, and cashes it in. Payne Pritchard responding from 26 feet away from the right wing. And now the Celtics will take a 5-point lead coming out of commercial break, 27-22. Here's George with the ball at the left wing. George gets hit. George gets hit and lands on the floor, and this will be a foul called against Sam Hauser. Oh, yeah, smacked him on the face. That's absolutely a foul against Sam Hauser. So this will stay with the Sixers here as George inbounds to Maxey. Maxey gets it over to George now at the right wing. George coming around that Joel Embiid screen. George going to dump it off to Yabusele, who is blocked at the rim by Jason Tatum. And the Celtics will get the ball back as the ball did go out on Gershon Yabusele. And that was a clean block. Pritchard for three. Got it again. And Payton Pritchard cashing some points in. And is another one of those players that I literally just talked about that is known for being scrappy off the bench. Maxey with the ball here for your Sixers. Maxey trying to just get one called for a shooting foul, and he will get exactly what he wants. This will be a foul called against Kristaps Porzingis. So Maxey's set to shoot 2 free throws here from the charity stripe. And ladies and gents, we will also have second quarter trivia coming up next year once the first quarter comes to a close. So Maxey set to shoot 2 free throws from the stripe. 2 minutes and 8 seconds left to go here in the first, and the 76ers also in the bonus. First one at the line is good for Tyrese Maxey from the stripe. Maxey set to shoot the second free throw here from the stripe. Second one at the line for Tyrese Maxey is good. And the 76ers still trying not to back down as they are still down by 6. But are continuing to fight in this Eastern Conference matchup. There's Tatum with the ball around the screen. Tatum launching a three. Way off the mark. Rebounded by Yabusele into the hands of Maxey. Maxey to bounce pass to Council, who will finish at the rack. Ricky Council with the flush here for your Sixers. Here's Payton Pritchard down the other end. Pritchard guarded by Maxey. Pritchard coming around the screen. Pritchard going to flip it to 85-year-old Al Horford for three, and 85-year-old Al Horford still has the jump shot. 85-year-old Al Horford still has the jump shot, ladies and gentlemen. It's unbelievable, but it is true. Here's Max through the ball, going to his left, trying to get past Pritchard, puts the shot up for three, cannot get it to fall as he sidesteps over to the left wing, and it gets denied by the rim. Rebounded by the Celtics. Here comes Pritchard, who kicks out to Tatum for three, and it's cash money for Jason Tatum. And this Celtics team just cannot be stopped in the first quarter. Play the youth. Let's go. I'm waiting for the youth to come out. I need all the youth players in this game. Let's go. As Max threw the ball here for your Sixers, finds Paul George at the left wing for three, cannot get the ball. Rebounded by Al Horford into the hands of Payton Pritchard. Now over to Jason Tatum it goes. And how quickly this game has gotten so ugly. Tatum looking for options, driving, dancing, pump faking. Comes inside, turns the ball over, picked up by Yabusele. Yabusele looking for options here as he has the ball in possession. Guarded by Pritchard, gets it over to Paul George. Back over to Yabusele, going to find Embiid. Guarded by Luke Cornett, who checks in for the first time. Embiid goes up and is fouled in shooting motion, I do believe, with 20.2 to go. Joel Embiid will shoot 2 free throws from the stripe, as this is going to be a foul called against Al Horford, the former Sixer. Fouling Joel Embiid, taking Joel Embiid all the way over to the stripe. And Joel Embiid just trying to do everything that he can. Even though he had some rest in the All-Star break, it's probably not going to be enough. And he already said that he plans to have surgery in the offseason. So, like I said, if the Sixers lose this game, shut Joel Embiid down. Shut Joel Embiid down if the Sixers lose this game. As the first one on the line here for Joel Embiid from the charity stripe is good. 20.2 seconds remain here on the game clock here for the first quarter. Couple lineup changes here. Jaylen Brown gets back in the game here for Luke Cornett here for the Celtics. Quentin Grimes enters the game for Tyrese Maxey for the Sixers. Kelly Oubre will enter the game for Gershon Yabusele for the Sixers. And those are all the lineup changes. Second free throw for Joel Embiid is good. And the Sixers now down by 8 points here with under 20 seconds to go. Here's Pritchard with the ball, gets over to Jason Tatum, crossing half court. Tatum jabbing, working against Quentin Grimes. Tatum looking, dancing. Tatum, the three-point shot is up. It comes up short. Rebounded by Grimes, who has to take it down the other end. Dumps off to George. George to Oubre launching the three. Not even sure if he got the shot off anyway. But that, ladies and gents, will take us to the end of the first quarter, as that shot by Kelly Oubre was way too far and not even close to going through the basket. But ladies and gents, at the end of 12 minutes, the Boston Celtics with the lead over the 76ers here in this nationally televised game. The Boston Celtics with an 8-point lead over the 76ers. The Boston Celtics with 36. The 76ers with 28. As ladies and gents, the end of the first quarter has come to a close as we head on to quarter number 2. But yeah, guys, not the best start for the Sixers. They really just need to pick it up on defense. I mean, in points throughout this game, the Sixers have been able to keep up with the Celtics, so I'm not really too worried about that. They just need to pick it up on defense. I don't know why this was not changed to quarter 2. Charles Adderley, what's going on, my guy? Appreciate you coming through and stopping on by the live stream. Another great supporter right here coming on in. It's a great evening on the live stream broadcast. Yes, sir. Shout out to my guy, Charles Adderley, for coming through and stopping on by. Hit the like button if you haven't done so. Charles, appreciate you coming through the stream as always. Hit the like button and subscribe to the BLC Sports channel. Yes, sir. You already know. Host acknowledgement. Yes, sir. I'm 11 Philadelphia 76ers team this Wednesday. Let's go. Hey, Charles, I said it earlier in the stream, but if the Sixers lose this game tonight, it's time to go all in for the tank. It's time to go all in for the tank. That means shut Joel Embiid down for the rest of the season. That means shut Paul George down and let the young guys play. Let the young guys play if you lose this game tonight. I know it's not going to happen, but let the young guys play and shut down Joel Embiid and Paul George. Shut them both down. Great tonight in paradise tonight. Thanks, appreciation. Yes, sir, you already know. But ladies and gents, on that note, it is time for second quarter trivia. Before the second quarter gets underway, I will drop the trivia question in the chat as well, so you guys that way I don't have to keep on flipping the banners. But ladies and gents, our trivia question of the day: name the last and only all-time 76er to win Defensive Player of the Year. So only one 76er, ladies and gents, has won Defensive Player of the Year and was the first and last player to go ahead and achieve this award. Who was the player for the 76ers in franchise history that was the only 76er and the last 76er to win Defensive Player of the Year? Give me your answer down below in the chat. I will drop this in the chat as well so we don't have to keep on alternating back and forth. So I will copy and paste this into the chat here before the second quarter gets underway. I'll flip it back over to the scoreboard. And ladies and gents, the trivia question of the day is in the chat. So feel free to go ahead and answer our trivia question. Let's just see what happens here coming out of commercial. See what happens here. See if the 76ers have made any changes. Andre Drummond and Gershon Yabusele in the game for Joel Embiid and Ricky Council here for the 76ers. And Luke Cornett will enter the game here for the first time to replace Jaylen Brown. Paul George with the shot here coming out of commercial. break, and Paul George is trying to mean some business as the Sixers will strike here first here to start off the second quarter. Here's Jason Tatum with the ball here, looking for options. Going to find Luke Cornett, who dumps it off to Peyton Pritchard, who gets left all alone for three and cashes it in. You got to stop leaving Peyton Pritchard all alone. Him and Sam Hauser are the two most scrappiest players off the bench for this team. You got to stop leaving them wide open. Stop doing it. As Andre Drummond, like we said, enters the game for the first time. Paul George is out here to mean some business as he shoots a nice shot from the mid-range and cashes it in to put the 76ers down by 7. Here's Peyton Pritchard with the ball here for the Boston Celtics. Pritchard dancing around. Pritchard dumping off to 95-year-old Al Horford. Horford kicking out to Hauser. And with 10:45 to go, Andre Drummond's going to be called for a defensive 3-second violation, which will result in a technical foul for Andre Drummond. And Jason Tatum will shoot the technical free throw here for the Celtics. And the technical free throw is through the cylinder. And the Celtics will also get the ball back. Inbound passes in here from Tatum to Pritchard, launching a three. Got it again. This dude, Peyton Pritchard, just cannot miss. This dude just cannot miss. Like, what is going on? Paul George with the ball here for your 76ers. Gets over to Oubre, going to find Grimes launching a triple. Can't get it to go. Drummond finding the rebound and puts it back at the rack. Andre Drummond finding his way to find ways to contribute. Looking to just find any way to help this team out off the bench. Here's Tatum with the ball, looking for options, guarded by Quentin Grimes. Tatum backing in. Tatum working in the paint. Tatum trying to finish with the rack and gets denied by the rim. Here come the Sixers, who get the ball back. The ball will be saved for the moment by Pritchard, but Pritchard stepped out of bounds. And you just see these Celtics players showing a lot of hustle, something the 76ers pretty much have not shown all season is hustle. Like, all these guys have not shown hustle for this team. They just stand around and don't do a whole lot. As George inbounds the ball, inbounds it to Drummond. Drummond going to hand this ball off over to Paul George. George going to try to lob it up and is nowhere close to his target. And here come the Celtics with the rebound down the other end. Cornett to the rack, and he will flush it with one hand. We're letting 68-year-old Luke Cornett find ways to make plays. Quentin Grimes with the ball gets over to Gershon Yabusele. Going to find Uber back to Yabu, who lays it up and cannot get it to fall. Rebounded by the Celtics. Pritchard finds Hauser. Hauser, the three ball, is no good for once. Hallelujah. Someone did not make a three-pointer for Boston. And here comes Grimes down the other end. Grimes, fadeaway shot for two is good. Cash me out, Quentin Grimes. Sixers still trying to knock back down as they are down by 9. 45-36 with 9 minutes left to go here in the first half. Tatum with the ball is going to find Luke Cornett over to Peyton Pritchard. As we see Cornett and Grimes collide. And Quentin Grimes is going to be the one to be called for the foul. Luke Cornett gets up slowly. Grimes is also up and off the ground, so that is a good sign. Nobody's injured. But yeah, that did not look good from the get-go as they literally just chest bumped each other. They were bumping chests out there. Here we go. Jason Tatum set to inbound here. Jason Tatum doing it the inbound. See what will happen. 9 minutes left to go here in the first half. Inbounds the ball to Hauser. Hauser spinning. Kicks it out. Pritchard, another three. Are you kidding me? Peyton Pritchard has turned into the next Michael Jordan. Quentin Grimes with the ball here. Gets it over to Kelly Oubre. He's going to find Andre Drummond. Drummond dancing against Horford. Drummond goes up, lays up, cannot finish. But Gershon Yabusele with the rebound and will finish this one at the rack. As Tatum inbounds the ball here to Peyton Pritchard. Back over to Tatum it goes. Tatum at the top of the key. Dumps off to Cornett, who slams it down again. Oh my gosh. Dude, This team is getting beat by Luke Cornett right now. How are you getting beat by Luke Cornett and Peyton Pritchard? Luke Cornett and Peyton Pritchard are single-handedly beating you right now. And the Celtics will take a 12-point lead over the 76ers, 50-38, and this could be, ladies and gents, this could be where this game starts to get pretty ugly and out of hand. You're letting Luke Cornett and Peyton Pritchard become the next Michael Jordan and Dennis Rodman. Oh my goodness gracious. Peyton Pritchard is 5 for 6 off the bench and has shot all 3-pointers in the game and has only missed 1. Luke Cornett, on the other hand, he's 2 for 2. But yeah, you're making this guy look like Dennis Rodman or even Shaquille O'Neal. You're making him look like Shaq Diesel. You're making Luke Cornett look like the big Diesel out here. This is ridiculous. This is so ridiculous. Well, ladies and gents, it was competitive for a hot second. It was competitive, ladies and gentlemen. And not to mention, too, the Sixers are getting beat so bad that not only is Peyton Pritchard 5 of 6 in the game, but he is the team's leading scorer and is the only player on the Celtics right now that is in double figures. That's right. You heard your first. Jason Tatum is not in double figures. Kristaps Porzingis is not in double figures. Jaylen Brown is not in double figures. But Peyton Pritchard is the only Celtic in this game that's in double figures right now. In the meantime, the Sixers don't even have one player in double figures yet. The closest player to getting that is Paul George right now. 9 points for Paul George, and he has goose eggs the rest of the way. No rebounds, no assists, no steals, and no blocks, but 1 turnover and 1 foul. Paul George is really just so focused on scoring the ball at this point. He doesn't care about the rest. He doesn't care about the rest at this point, ladies and gentlemen. He really just doesn't. All right, ladies and gents, coming out commercial break. Lineup change here for the Boston Celtics as Drew Holiday will check back into the game here for the Celtics to replace Sam Hauser, and Tyrese Maxey for the 76ers will get back into the game here to replace Gershon Yabusele. As in the middle of this play, another 3-second turnover here, another 3-second violation for Andre Drummond. So the Celtics will get the ball back here once again. And Tatum to inbound the ball. Inbounds it to Drew Holiday. Back over to Jason Tatum. Tatum looking for options. 9 assists for the Boston Celtics off of their last 9 field goals. As Pritchard with the ball dumps it off to Jaylen Brown. Pump faking. Brown dancing. Fading away is Jaylen Brown for 2, and he's got it all day, every day. You know what, Celtics? Put us out of our misery. Go ahead. Let's go. Put us out of our misery. We're getting destroyed tonight. We're getting spanked out here. Here's Kelly Oubre with the ball, driving, tries to go up, and is blocked at the rim by Luke Cornett. This is ridiculous. You're getting blocked out here by Luke Cornett, okay? Pritchard, another 3 from the right corner, cannot get the ball, rebounded by Drummond. Hallelujah. Peyton Pritchard might actually be human. as Maxey collides into Luke Cornett, flips it to George, over to Grimes. Grimes launching a triple, cannot get the ball, rebounded by Luke Cornett. I'm telling you, this dude is playing like Dennis Rodman out here. Here's Jason Tatum with the ball, going to find his man. It's going to be Luke Cornett. Cornett going to find Tatum, back over to Cornett, who goes up and lays it in. I'm telling you, this is going to be a Luke Cornett legacy game. Luke Cornett legacy game. They got 24 points off the bench while the Sixers have 6. George a 3 from the left corner, and he got it. I can't even spot where players are even on the floor at this point. That's how bad this Sixers team is playing right now. Jaylen Brown launches a 3 from the left wing, cannot get the ball, and gets his own offensive rebound. Ball gets stripped by Kelly Oubre. And it's going to stay with the Celtics. What a shocker. One lineup change for the 76ers at the center position as Joel Embiid will check back in to replace Andre Drummond. And then one lineup change for the Boston Celtics as Derek White will check back into the game to replace Jason Tatum. Inbound passes in from Jaylen Brown over to Peyton Pritchard, who will find Drew Holiday. Holiday looking for his options here. And Holiday has that batted away by Paul George. But Holiday picks up his own loose ball. Shot is up here for the Celtics and is missed off the mark. Rebounded by the Sixers. Here's Quentin Grimes with the ball. Grimes going to drive behind the back. Grimes going to go up, cannot finish, and cannot get his own offensive rebound here, and rebounded by the Celtics. Here's Jaylen Brown with the ball down the other end. Jaylen Brown's up here being guarded by Joel Embiid. Kicks it out. Holiday, the 3 from the right corner, cannot get the ball. Rebounded by Tyrese Maxey. Maxey going to find Oubre. Oubre goes up, gets it to go, and 1. Oubre getting hacked in the act. And we'll go to the line for one more. Foul's going to be called on Luke Cornett. And Kelly Oubre with an opportunity at a 3-point play. Finally, someone was able to score against Luke Cornett, the player that the Sixers are making look like the next Dennis Rodman. Kelly Oubre set to shoot one more from the stripe after getting hacked in the act. One more shot here at one free throw here for a chance at a 3-point play, and Kelly Oubre converts the 3-point play. Sixers back down by 10, 54-44 being the score. Derek White with the ball here for your Sixers off the inbound. Gets it over to Jaylen Brown. And with 5:33 left to go, this is going to be a foul called against Joel Embiid. So the Celtics will keep possession of the basketball here with 15 on the shot clock and 5:33 left to go here in the first half. Celtics will keep the ball. About 5.5 minutes left to go. 5:33 to be exact. Inbound is in from Derek White, who gets it into Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown going to his left. Jaylen Brown driving and loses the ball. Picked up by Oubre. Here we go. Oubre looking for options. Dumps off to Maxey. Dishes it out. Maxey dishing it out to Quentin Grimes. Going to find him, beat him. Beat a 3 from the top. The key cannot get the ball. Grimes trying to chase after it. Cannot do so. But it'll be picked up by Council, who tries to make a play and tries to go up. But not Quentin Grimes. Ricky Council gets absolutely denied as he had 2 guys around him, and it'll go out of bounds. Celtics will get the ball back. Here's Jaylen Brown with the ball here. Jaylen Brown dancing around. Brown guarded here by Ricky Council. Brown going to drive. Brown going to kick it out to Holiday. Over to Pritchard. Squeezing between 2 defenders and is fouled once again by Joel Embiid. This is ridiculous. Why does it feel like Joel Embiid has 3 fouls in this game? Apparently he only has 2, but why does it feel like he has 3? Inbound passes in here from Derek White over to Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown dancing around. Brown looking, kicks out. White, sidestep. 3 ball for Derek White, and it is cash money. Finally, someone not named Peyton Pritchard scored the ball for once. Tyrese Maxey with the ball. Maxey going to find Grimes over to Joel Embiid. Embiid goes up, tries to finish, cannot, but a foul will be called here against Boston. Kristaps Porzingis called for the foul with 4:29 left to go. Joel Embiid was like, "That's a foul." As soon as Joel fell on the floor, he was like, "That's a foul, ref." First one on the line for Joel Embiid is good. Under 4.5 left to go. 4:29 to be exact. No lineup changes being made here before the second free throw. Second one on the line for Joel Embiid is good. Off the front iron, off the back iron, but eventually goes through the cylinder. As Derek White gets over to Drew Holiday, who lost it but gets it back. Porzingis launching a three from the right wing, cannot get the ball. Rebounded by Tyrese Maxey. Will take it down the other end. Sixers trying to make a play here and get back in the game somehow. Maxey dumps it out there to Joel Embiid, and Embiid getting double teamed, who sends out the council. Over to Grimes at the top of the key for a three. Cannot get the fall. Rebounded by Derek White. Just a tad short on that three-point shot from Ricky Council. As Jaylen Brown with the ball here for the Celtics, looking for options. Brown still looking, going to his left. Jaylen Brown driving, goes to the paint, lays it up, cannot get the ball, but is fouled here on the play by Kelly Oubre. And for Kelly Oubre, this will be his third foul of the game on Kelly. Jaylen Brown set to shoot 2 free throws from the stripe. First one on the line for Jaylen Brown is good. Couple lineup changes here, one from each side, as Paul George will enter the game here to replace Quentin Grimes and get back in this game. And Jason Tatum will come back into the game here to replace Peyton Pritchard. Second one at the line for Jaylen Brown is good as well. 3:43 left to go in the first half. Celtics lead the 76ers 59-46 with a 13-point lead. Council pump faking down the other end. Council dishing it out to Oubre. Oubre goes up, cannot get to fall. Rebounded by Porzingis. And with 3:31 left to go, Porzingis gets called for a travel as he's walking all around the floor. So the Sixers will get the ball back here, looking to get back in the game as Maxey inbounds it to Embiid. Embiid goes up, banks it home, and one coming for Joel Embiid. Tough shot for Joel Embiid as he banks it off the glass and will go to the line for one more with a chance at a three-point play. Tough shot for Joel Embiid working against Drew Holiday. And if you know Joel Embiid, that is a mismatch right there, folks. That's what happens when you line one of these guards up against Joel Embiid. He will take advantage of that mismatch. Well, that's especially if he's healthy. That's especially if Joel Embiid's healthy. Otherwise, he won't even do anything. 3:28 left to go here in the half. Joel Embiid looking to make it a 10-point game, and he will. 59-49 being the score. 3:28 left to go here in the first half. Almost got 24 minutes down. As Derek White with the ball down the other end, off of the Joel Embiid three-point play. Here comes Tatum with the ball. Dishes it out to Jaylen Brown in the corner and airmails it. Rebounded by Joel Embiid. As Jaylen Brown has that one sailing into the wind. As Embiid kicking out to Paul George for three from the left wing. Cannot get the ball. Rebounded by the Celtics. As Jason Tatum gets over to Derek White. Derek White going to his right. Derek White dancing around. Looking. Driving. White into the paint. Kicks out to Tatum. Tatum still dancing around. Tatum going to his right around a Derek White screen. Tatum, the step back in the three from the right corner, and it is good for Jason Tatum. And the Celtics going back up by 13, and Maxey answers with one of his own and giving one more at the rack. Maxey getting hacked in the act here, and with a chance at a 3-point play and an opportunity to make it a 10-point game. Timeout called instantly by Joe Mazzulla to talk things over. And Maxey coming out of commercial break will head to the charity stripe for one more. And once again, at a chance at a 3-point play. Guys, I'm just going to tell you guys this. The Sixers are finding ways to make plays on offense. They just need to find ways to make plays on defense without fouling. Without a question, that's all they really need to do. But yet they just can't seem to make plays on defense. And if the Sixers want any shot at winning this game, they have to do this in the second half. They have to. Because by the looks of it, the Celtics are going to be up on this Sixers team at halftime. They're going to be up on them at halftime by the looks of it. Ryan versus defend Peyton Pritchard and continue to make more 3-pointers in the paint. Hey man, whatever it takes for this team to win this game. But I'm just saying, if this team loses this game, shut down Joel Embiid for the season, shut down Paul George for the season, and let the young guys play. And guys, ladies and gents, we are also on the road to 700 subs. Appreciate everybody that's been coming through for the support. And guys, we're less than 20 subscribers away from 700. Appreciate everybody that has supported the channel for the multiple years that we have been doing this. So, again, appreciate you guys for the continued support as always. Again, ladies and gents, foul was called in shooting motion by Derek White, and that was off of a Tyrese Maxey made shot from right under the basket. So Tyrese Maxey will head to the charity stripe for a free throw here with an opportunity to complete a 3-point play here. Before Maxey does shoot the free throw, Al Horford will check into the game to replace Drew Holiday. As we see Nick Nurse talking to his guys on the sideline here. Maxey set to shoot the free throw here, and the shot is up, and the shot is good for Tyrese Maxey. Tatum to inbound the ball. Inbounds it to Derek White, who gets over to Horford. Horford guarded by Paul George, and here comes Derek White. Down the other end we go. White looking for options. White dancing around. Still looking for options. Finds Tatum on the left side. Tatum still looking. Tatum working against Council. Bit of a mismatch as he dumps it off to Porzingis. Porzingis. Shot is up for Porzingis, and the shot is no good. Rebounded by Maxey. All day long off the rim, and Maxey brings it back. Here comes Council. Out to George. Back to Council. Council still looking. Dishes it out to George. George coming inside. George kicks it out. Oubre's open for three. Has a little bit of space. Cannot get it home. Rebounded by Tatum in a 3-on-1 situation. And there goes Jason Tatum. Oh, my goodness. Here we go. There's Maxey down the other end. Maxey going to his left. Maxey going to drive. Maxey going to lay it up, and Maxey lays it home. Tough shot for Tyrese Maxey. Team trying to stay in this game. They are trying their very best to stay in it. Maxey having an okay first half so far. It took him a little bit to get going, but he started to find his rhythm. There's Tatum driving, lays it up, and cannot lay it home. Jaylen Brown trying to respond and puts it back. After several bounces off the rim, Jaylen Brown gets it to go off the iron. Then 10 seconds left in the first half. Once again, they're really paying attention to Joel Embiid's one knee that is having some issues. Maxey with the ball here for the Sixers, lays it up and has an open lane to the basket and just lays it right in just like so. There's Jaylen Brown with the ball down the other end. Jaylen Brown looking for options. Maxey with 14 points so far in the half. Horford for three. And 85-year-old Al Horford splashing it from downtown. And the Celtics are now back up by 13. Here's Maxey with the ball down the other end. Maxey going to his left. Maxey at three against Jaylen Brown. Working at the left wing. Cannot get the ball. Rebounded by Jason Tatum. Tatum needing a little bit of space. Tatum guarded by Oubre at the logo. Tatum looking. Tatum behind the back. Porzingis up three, and Porzingis splashes the cash. Oh my gosh. 72-56, Celtics lead. 15 seconds to go. Sixers looking to run one more play. Maxey looking for options, standing at the logo. Maxey going to his left. Maxey flips it to Embiid. Embiid driving. Embiid goes up and is blocked by Porzingis. One more shot for Derek White. That is airballed, and that is how the first half will come to a close. Not that good of a first half for your 76ers, as they cannot stop the Boston Celtics on defense. And the Celtics just continuing to take advantage of the 76ers defensive woes. And the Celtics having absolute control in this game, and have controlled this game pretty much all throughout from the start of the game until the end of the half so far, as is the Boston Celtics with 72 and the Philadelphia 76ers with 56. As ladies and gents, on that note, we have approached halftime. There you go, ladies and gents. There is your halftime score. Celtics with a 16-point lead over the Sixers, 72-56. And yeah, not good. That's all I'm going to say. Not good. But ladies and gents, on that note, we're going to go ahead and go over the halftime stats here at the end of the first half, and then we'll take the halftime break here like we always do on the channel. Starting it off here on the Boston Celtics side, Peyton Pritchard off the bench leads the way here for the Boston Celtics at the end of the half with 15 points and 2 assists. Jaylen Brown, the starting five, following it up with 13 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. Jason Tatum also following it up, not with his best shooting performance, but is still doing pretty well. 11 points, 4 rebounds, 7 assists, and a steal for Jason Tatum. Kristaps Porzingis following it up, 10 points, 3 rebounds, as well as an assist and a steal and a block each. Derek White with 6 points, 6 rebounds in the starting five. Al Horford off the bench, 6 points, 2 rebounds and an assist. Luke Cornett also off the bench, 6 points, a rebound and an assist each, as well as a steal. And then rounding it off here for the Boston Celtics side is Jrue Holiday, who ends off the first half with 5 points, a rebound, and 2 assists to end off the first half stats here for the Boston Celtics. Now into the Philadelphia 76ers side now, as Tyrese Maxey leads the way here for the 76ers in this one with 14 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, and a steal. Joel Embiid following it up with 13 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists. Paul George with 12 points and an assist in this one. Kelly Oubre in the starting five with 7 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 steals. Quentin Grimes with 4 points, 5 rebounds, and an assist. Off the bench, Gershon Yabusele, 2 points, 3 rebounds, and a steal. Andre Drummond, 2 points, 3 rebounds, and an assist. And then rounding it off here for the 76ers side is going to be Ricky Council IV, who ends off the first half with 2 points and a rebound to end off the first half stats here for your Philadelphia 76ers. Now over to the team stats now as the Boston Celtics are overall shooting the ball 56.8% from the field to the Philadelphia 76ers 44.7%. The Boston Celtics are shooting 60% from three-point range to the Philadelphia 76ers shooting 17.6%. The 76ers currently shooting a perfect 11-11 from the charity stripe at 100%, while the Boston Celtics are shooting 7 of 8 at 87.5% from the stripe. The Boston Celtics are barely out-rebounding the 76ers in this one, 21-20 overall, but the Sixers having the edge on the offensive side somehow, some way, 5-4. Assists are in the Boston Celtics' favor at the end of the half, 20-11. Steals are in the 76ers' favor, 4-3. Blocks are in favor of the Celtics, 1-0. The turnover battle so far has been won by the 76ers at the end of the half. 5 turnovers by the Sixers to 6 for the Boston Celtics. Points in the paint also favor the 76ers at the end of the half. 26 by the Sixers and 18 by the Boston Celtics. And then a total of 18 fouls in this first half. 10 by the Boston Celtics and 8 by the 76ers, with one of those resulting in a technical where it was a defensive 3-second violation against Andre Drummond. Ladies and gents, on that note, that's how the first half stats come to an end here in this one. And before we take a halftime break, ladies and gentlemen, we do need to go ahead and reveal the answer to our trivia question of the day. Name the last and only all-time 76er to win Defensive Player of the Year. Gave you guys quite a bit of time to go ahead and answer that. I dropped it in the chat so you guys would have the trivia question in the chat so we would not have to keep on alternating back and forth. But, ladies and gents, the answer to our trivia question of the last and only all-time 76er to win Defensive Player of the Year was none other than the great and one of the more underrated 76ers of all time, Dikembe Mutombo, back in 2001, was the last and only 76er to win NBA Defensive Player of the Year. And the first one to go ahead and get it right was my guy Charles Adderley. Said answer to the trivia question, Dikembe Mutombo, year 2001. Ryan Rose right behind him, saying Dikembe Mutombo. But Charles Adderley, you got it right first, my good sir. Congratulations on answering our trivia question. Phone typing its own thing. Hey, man, you got to love autocorrect. You got to love autocorrect. If you're inspired to join the chat, you're welcome to do so at any time. Hey, man, absolutely. You're welcome, Charles. Let's go. Come on, Sixers. Hey, we'll see what they can do, ladies and gents. And speaking of which, ladies and gents, that's actually going to go ahead and take us over to the halftime break here in this one. Again, the Celtics lead the 76ers at the end of the half, 72-56. And ladies and gents, like I said, the Sixers lose this game. It's time to shut down Joel Embiid and Paul George for the rest of the season. It's time. If they lose this game tonight, shut them down for the season. And go tank for a top 6 pick. Because otherwise, if you don't get that top 6 pick, guess who it goes to, ladies and gentlemen? It goes to none other than the Oklahoma City Thunder, who have like 75 first-round picks in the next 15 years, or however many first-round picks they have in the next however many seasons. But ladies and gents, like I said, on that note, that's going to go ahead and take us over to the halftime break here in this one. Y'all pretty much know how the halftime break works here, ladies and gents. Go get a snack, go get a drink, go to the bathroom, do whatever you guys need to do in order to get ready for the second half of this game between the Boston Celtics and the Philadelphia 76ers. And ladies and gents, on that note, I will see y'all back here for the second half.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like. Find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. I make some progress, I can see that they compare. I think everyone's against me, maybe something in the air. Am I paranoid? I swear a void is forming and they're scared I walk a straight path. Not many can say that. I like to play fast, cross me and there's payback. You better pray that I don't see your face at any place that I go. I know you hate that. I've been doing fine, I'm not wasting any more time. I live for the fight and the climb. I think that the pain that's deep inside is what defines. So I won't give up, I'm gonna make it to the top. I don't care what's in my way, I swear I'm never gonna stop. I could fall flat on my face and I swear I will get back up. Cause I don't deserve a thing and the road ahead is tough. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you can get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like. Find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing. Won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. I make some progress, I can see that they compare. I think everyone's against me, maybe something in the air. Am I paranoid? I swear a void is forming and they're scared I walk a straight path. Not many can say that. I like to play fast, cross me and there's payback. You better pray that I don't see your face at any place that I go. I know you hate that. I've been doing fine, I'm not wasting any more time. I live for the fight and the climb. I think that the pain that's deep inside is what defines. So I won't give up, I'm gonna make it to the top. I don't care what's in my way, I swear I'm never gonna stop. I could fall flat on my face and I swear I will get back up. Cause I don't deserve a thing and the road ahead is tough. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing. Won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless.
Alright guys, I am back ready to go here for the second half as the second half is officially underway as we welcome you guys back here to the second half of this Eastern Conference matchup between the Boston Celtics and the Philadelphia 76ers, where the Boston Celtics lead the Philadelphia 76ers in this one 72-56. Game, or second half I should say, has gotten underway here, so here we go. Here's Derek White with the ball here for the Boston Celtics off of a 76ers turnover to start off the half. Jaylen Brown's shot is up, and the shot is money for Jaylen Brown to kick off this second half with a bang. Here's Tyrese Maxey with the ball here for your Sixers, looking to respond. Goes up and finishes nicely. Tyrese Maxey still trying to show a little bit of fight into this one, despite the Sixers being down so much. 1 minute into the second half, 11 minutes to go. Drew Holiday, a three from the corner, and it is good for Drew Holiday. Come on, Celtics, throw in your cleanup crew now. Sixers have only made 3 threes in this game, which is ridiculous. Maxey dumps it off to Grimes. Grimes looking for options as he's guarded by Porzingis. Grimes dumps it off to Embiid, bounce passes it. Embiid trying to look for a lane here. Embiid loses it. Goes up and is fouled, and he'll be fouled by Drew Holiday. Joel Embiid to the stripe here to shoot 2. Just see where the second half takes us, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just see where the second half takes us. It'll probably take us on a roller coaster. First one at the line is good for Joel Embiid. 10:34 left in the third. Joel Embiid was getting hacked under the rim by Drew Holiday, so Embiid shooting 2 free throws from the stripe, in which he does make both. 15 points for Joel Embiid so far in this game, shooting 3 of 8 from the field and a perfect 9 of 9 from the charity stripe. Tatum finds a open Derek White for 3, cannot get it to fall. Rebounded here by the Sixers. Here comes Quentin Grimes. Grimes jogging down the floor, gets over to Embiid, gonna find Grimes. Grimes gonna kick it out to Oubre. Oubre spinning, loses it, gets it back out to Grimes. Grimes kicking out to George, launching a triple. Swirls around the iron, cannot get the fall. Rebounded by Derek White, who finds Tatum. Tatum opening it up to Jaylen Brown, and that was just money. As Paul George with the ball gets over to Quentin Grimes. Grimes looking for options as he dishes it out to Oubre. Oubre looking for options and spinning. Kicks it out. Embiid looking. Finds Oubre. Out to Maxey. Maxey jabbing. Finds Oubre at the left wing for 3. Comes up short. Rebounded by the Celtics off of a bounce pass here from Jason Tatum. Lobbing it up here to Jaylen Brown out to Derek White for 3. That will be airmailed, but 3 free throws coming at the line as the foul's going to be called against Quentin Grimes. $9:24 left to go here in the third. 3 free throws coming at the stripe here for Derek White. First one at the line is good. Derek White will be shooting 3 free throws here, since it was a 3-point attempt by Derek White in which he got fouled in the process. So the Celtics with an opportunity to go up by 22 with 3 free throws converted here. First of 3 is good for Derek White. Second one is up, and the second one is in. One more coming from Derek White right here, with 9:24 left to go in the third. Just slightly over 2.5 minutes in to start off the second half. Third and final free throw for Derek White is good. 82-60, and the Celtics are continuing to demolish the Sixers in this one. You see Celtics executive GM Brad Stevens, who was the former coach of the Celtics before moving to be the president of basketball operations. Shot is up and missed by Quentin Grimes. Or make that Paul George, rebounding here by the Celtics, and Jaylen Brown down the other end just absolutely drills it. And now the Sixers getting beat by 25. Here's Maxey with the ball here. Maxey kicking out to Grimes. Grimes going to drive and jab. Launching at 3s. Grimes cannot get the fall. Rebounded by the Celtics. Here comes Jaylen Brown down the other end. Brown launching another 3. Comes up short surprisingly. Rebounded by Maxey. In the hands of Paul George. George going to find Grimes. Grimes going to lay it up and lay it in. Finally, somebody finished at the rack for once. Somebody wanted to finish. Hallelujah. There's Jason Tatum down at the other end. Tatum guarded by Quentin Grimes. Tatum crosses half court. Tatum dancing around. Tatum spinning, backing in. Tatum finding his way. Tatum goes up and is fouled in shooting motion by Quentin Grimes. This is ridiculous. This is so stupid. So 2 free throws coming here at the charity stripe for Jason Tatum. An opportunity to go up by 25 again over the Sixers. We're getting absolutely demolished here in this one by Boston. And Sixers fans, you guys can start heading off to the gates now. You guys can make your way to the gates now. Let's go. Second one on the line for Jason Tatum is good. And once again, the Celtics lead the Sixers by 25. Here's Tyrese Maxey. The ball gets over to Kelly Oubre. Oubre going to drive, going to lay it up, lays it in, and one. Finally. going to be too little too late, though. Foul's called against Kristaps Porzingis, but it's going to be too little too late. First one at the line for Kelly Oubre is no good on the three-point play. Apparently, somebody must have went early here for Boston, as Kelly Oubre is going to get another free throw here. Somebody went early for the Celtics, so Kelly Oubre with the second free throw. It is good. Technically did get a three-point play if you want to look at it that way. But the Celtics once again up by 22 over the 76ers. Here's Derek White with the ball, looking for options, going to find Tatum over to Porzingis. Finds Holiday for three, does not get the fall, but a foul is called against Tyrese Maxey. Yeah, guys, this team is getting demolished. It's not good. As Derek White off the inbound finds Tatum over to Drew Holiday, finds Porzingis, lays it up and cannot get the fall. Rebounded by Paul George. Over to Tyrese Maxey it goes. Maxey danced around looking for options, finds Quentin Grimes jabbing, kicks it out to Embiid. Embiid looking for options, driving. Embiid finger roll with the finger roll layup, cannot get the fall. Rebounding here by the Celtics. There's Jaylen Brown going to find Drew Holiday out to Derek White for three. Swirls the iron, misses it. Rebounded by Paul George. George going to find Maxey. Here comes the Mad Max. Out to Grimes. Grimes with the float pass. Out to George for three. Cannot get the fall. Rebounding here by Derek White. Over to Porzingis as Derek White throws a touchdown pass, and it is good. And a timeout called by the Sixers. And this game has turned into a disaster here for Philly. And Sixers fans, make your way out the building. Make your way out of the WFC. Sixers fans, there's the door. Head on out. This is ridiculous. Like, guys, what am I even watching? What am I even watching? Oh my gosh. This is embarrassing. What am I even watching right now? This is painful. For me. It's painful for me. Oh my goodness. It's painful for me to watch this team. Well, ladies and gents, the score is now 89-65. Celtics with the lead. 6:52 left to go in the third. Huh. This team is a joke. Sit Joel and beat him Paul George the rest of the season. Sit them the rest of the season. I'm done. I'm done. You're getting beat by 24 to the Boston Celtics. I mean, I didn't have high expectations, but you could at least show some heart, some fight. You could show that you can compete in games when you don't have 95-year-old Kyle Lowry and 87-year-old Eric Gordon. But no, here we are. Whoop-de-doo. You're looking like the same old Sixers that would look this way with Kyle Lowry and Eric Gordon. You know what, Nick Nurse? Just throw in the cleanup crew at this point. Put them all in. Every single one of them. Put them all in the game. Let's go. Sit Paul George and Joel Embiid for the rest of the season. We'll have a few lineup changes here coming out of commercial. As for the 76ers, Jared Butler will check into the game for the first time. I don't even know why this is the first time Jared Butler is checking into the game. Like, he's earned more minutes than just playing it. his first minute in the second half of this game. And also Gershon Yabusele will check in for Quentin Grimes. For the Boston Celtics, Peyton Pritchard, Luke Cornett, and Al Horford will all check into the game to replace Derek White, Kristaps Porzingis, and Drew Holiday. Great, we get to watch Luke Cornett continue to be the next Dennis Rodman. And we get to watch Peyton Pritchard be the next Magic Johnson. And we also get to watch Al Horford be Al Horford. Game is back on, ladies and gents, and here we go. Maxey with the ball here off the inbound. Gets it over to Oubre. Going to find Jared Butler once again seeing the floor for the first time tonight. Oubre with the shot up for three, cannot get to fall. Rebounded by Horford, who steps out of bounds. And the Sixers will retain possession of the basketball here. Oh, my goodness. Here we go. Jared Butler to inbound the ball here. Jared Butler inbounding to Embiid, back to Butler, over to Embiid, running the pick and roll. Embiid going to find Maxey. Maxey dancing around behind the back to Embiid. Embiid looking. Embiid kicking it out to Oubre. Launching the three over. Cornett is good for Kelly Oubre. Finally. Big Dom DeSandro, the Eagles head of security, attending this game tonight. Shout out to Big Dom. Big Dom is the legend in Philly. Horford launching a three from the corner. Cannot get the fall. Rebounded by Tyrese Maxey. And here come the Sixers. Maxey the ball, going to dump it off to Embiid, over to Oubre. Oubre spinning, goes up, cannot get to go. This will be an offensive foul called against Oubre. That's just unbelievable. I can't even stand this team. This team is just so embarrassing. It's not even funny. All right, here we are. Jason Tatum with the ball. Going to find Luke Cornett. Cornett going to get over to Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown looking for options. Pump faking. Shot is up for Jaylen Brown. 4-2. Cannot get the ball from the mid-range. Rebounded by Yabusele into the hands of Max. Going to find Jared Butler. Butler working against Horford. Butler kicks it out. Yabusele the pump fake. Yabusele literally gets grabbed by Jaylen Brown, and that is who the foul will be called upon. And checking into the game for the first time tonight, making his Sixers debut officially, is number 45, David Roddy. David Roddy was the former 76ers first-round pick that was eventually traded to OKC on draft night. So David Roddy officially getting his first bit of action in a Sixers uniform. Shot is up here for, who even shot that? Jared Butler, and it's off the mark. Rebounding here by the Celtics. I've just lost track at this point, ladies and gents. This game is horrible. Peyton Pritchard launching another three. Cannot get the fall. Rebounded by Cornett. Out to Tatum. Over to Hauser. Going to find Horford in the corner. Horford guarded by Roddy. Horford goes up. Cannot get the fall. David Roddy picking up the rebound. Look at this. Look at this. David Roddy already starting his legacy. Jared Butler going to his left. Butler floats it up for two. Cannot get the fall. Yabusele the rebound. The former Boston Celtic. Maxey out to Embiid. Out to Jared Butler. Launching the three. Cannot get the fall. Rebounded by Jason Tatum. The bounce pass over to Peyton Pritchard. Pritchard going to find Tatum. Tatum, a three from the left wing. Cannot get the fall. Rebounded by Horford, who keeps it in play and finds Hauser. Over to Cornett. Out to Pritchard. Launching a three. Can't get it to go, but Cornett's right there. And so is Horford for the putback. Maxey to his left. Maxey finding Embiid. Embiid going to find Jared Butler for three. Comes up short. Rebounded by Al Horford. In the hands of Jason Tatum. And Tatum's just walking down the floor with it. Do-do-do-do-do. Tatum to his right. Tatum looking, bounce pass, and it's stolen away by the Sixers. Here's Maxey kicking out. David Roddy, a triple from the right wing, cannot get it to fall. Rebounded by Jason Tatum. Into the hands of Peyton Pritchard. Pritchard spinning, lays it up and lays it in. And once again, the Boston Celtics leading the Sixers by 25, 93-68. Sit everybody down. All the starters, sit them all down. Play every third or fourth string player you got on the team. This is stupid. (93-68). Nothing usual, just another 25-point massacre in Philly. $25-point massacre. Oh my gosh, the Sixers are 4 of 28 from three-point range. Look at this. Oh my gosh, they got one more three. They got one more three than when they were 3 of 17 going into halftime. And ever since that point, they've just been jacking up a bunch of threes. This team is a joke. Seriously, this team is an absolute joke. It's tank season. It is tank season, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. It's tank season, coach. Put me in the game. My jersey's right there. Throw me in. You seem to need the fans at this point, Nick Nurse. Throw me in the game. Oh my goodness. And by the looks of it, Joel Embiid is officially going to come out of the game. Thank you. Take Joel Embiid out of this game and sit him down. Sit him down the rest of this game. There's no point in playing Joel Embiid or any of these starters anymore. Sit all the starters. This is a disgrace. Sit all of them. Right off the get-go, Quentin Grimes will enter the game to replace Jared Butler, and Ricky Council will enter the game to replace Joel Embiid. So it looks like they're going to play small ball 5 with Yabusele. Seriously. This is so dumb. Yes. Sit all the starters. Sit everybody. Sit everybody. Let all the G Leaguers get their opportunities. Jason Tatum hasn't even had that efficient of a night shooting wise, but yet the Celtics are still beating the Sixers by 25. Ricky Council with the ball. Council floater is up. Cannot get the fall. Ball goes out of bounds off of Tatum. Possession will stay with the Sixers. Inbound passes in from Maxey to David Roddy. We'll get over to Ricky Council. Council going to find Tyrese Maxey, who has the ball up in the air. Picked up by Council off to David Roddy for 3. Cannot get the fall. Rebounded by the Celtics. And here we go. Joel Embiid, put your pregame shirt on. You're done for the night. You're done, Joel. Pritchard, a 3-ball. Cannot get the fall. Ball go out of bounds. With 2:40 left to go, they're going to call, I think, a loose ball foul against David Roddy. So we'll stay with Boston. Inbound passes in from Hauser over to Jason Tatum for two, and it is good for Jason Tatum. Yeah, Paul George just said, I'm done. He's got the pregame shirt on. He said, I'm done. He's in a sleeveless street clothing shirt. And Ricky Council for three, by the way, is good for Ricky Council. 3-point field goals in the quarter. Celtics 2 for 10. The Sixers 2 for 13. Tatum with the ball looking for options. Kicks it out to Horford over to Peyton Pritchard. Pritchard driving. Pritchard going to lay it up and gets it to fall. This is unbelievable. Dude, this is ridiculous. Oh my goodness. Maxey with the ball. Finds Ricky Council. Council going to find Quentin Grimes. And Grimes finds absolutely nobody. He finds the sideline. Quentin Grimes found the sideline instead. Here's Tatum with the ball down the other end. Tatum going to flip it to Horford. Horford launching a triple. Got it. 89-year-old Al Horford. Jacking up threes and making them. Grimes with the ball here for the Sixers. Kicks it out. Council for three. Got it. Huh. Imagine you're playing these young guys earlier on, Nick Nurse. But no, we got to play Joel Embiid. We got to play Paul George. We got to play this guy. We got to play this guy. Yada, yada, yada. Blah, blah, blah. These guys don't mean anything to us except garbage minutes. Council another three. Cannot get to fall. Third time was not a charm. Rebounded by Jason Tatum. We got to play this guy and that guy. We got to play this one and this one. Tatum spinning. Guarded by Council. Tatum driving. Tatum kicking out. Horford for three. Can't get it to fall. Rebounded by David Roddy. Maxey with the ball in his hands. Maxey finds Quentin Grimes. Grimes going to drive. Grimes going to lay it up, and he get absolutely blocked at the rack by Luke Cornett. There's Pritchard with the ball, just walking around with it. Maybe a second separating shot in game clock. Tatum trying to find his man, just threw a dart out of bounds. 3.4 seconds left. Sixers might get one more opportunity. David Roddy to inbound, finds Yabusele back over to David Roddy. Roddy not going to be able to get a shot off, and the third quarter has come to a close as the Celtics continue to absolutely decimate the 76ers and destroy them through three quarters, 100-74. One more quarter to go. Let's get this game over with. Send everybody in the game. Take everybody out. Take everybody out. Put all the cleanup crew dudes in there. You know what? This is the one point in the game where I might have to say, where's Kyle Lowry and Eric Gordon? Where's 95-year-old Kyle Lowry and 87-year-old Eric Gordon to put up 0 points? Well, maybe 10 from Eric Gordon. But where's 95-year-old Kyle Lowry? He should be running out there doing some cardio. Yeah. Pathetic indeed. You already know, man. It's been pathetic from the get-go. It's been pathetic. Unbelievable, unthinkable performance. It's unwatchable, okay? This team is unwatchable. We've seen it with our own two eyes. This team is unwatchable. Bruce Harper, what's going on, my guy? Appreciate you coming through and stopping on by into the live stream. Hit the like button if you haven't done so. Bruce, appreciate you coming through into the live stream. Sharper Grady, mean co-moderator, yes, sir. Jeffrey Burtis, my guy. Salutations, my good sir. Appreciate you coming through. Not a good time to be talking about the Sixers. So salutations that they got the Eagles jersey, by the way. Hey, man, appreciate you for stopping on by, Jeff. That's right, you did have that deal with the Eagles jersey. I'll hopefully check it out at some point. Hopefully, I'm off of here by the time I see which Eagles jersey you got. I'll show it at the third period of the hockey game. Hey, Jeff, glad you got the jersey, man. I hope it's Zach Vaughn. I hope it's your former Saint Zach Vaughn that your team decided to cut. And this guy was a candidate for a potential All-Pro. Well, not All-Pro, but Defensive Player of the Year is what I meant to say. Asia Roberson, what's going on, Asia? Appreciate you coming through and stopping on by. Hit the like button if you're not done so. Asia, appreciate you coming through the stream. Shout out to everyone that's coming on in here. First game back from the All-Star break. Don't tell Tony. Did you go to the parade? I did not, Asia. I did not go to the parade. I did not. Had to work, unfortunately. My one coworker, though, Asia, my one coworker went. My one coworker went to the parade, though. Oh, you got Saquon. Nice. It's funny, too, Jeff, because I also have a Saquon Barkley jersey. I wore it down to the Eagles game that I went down to against Dallas. I wore the Saquon jersey when I went down to the Eagles and Cowboys game, week 17. If I had to guess, Jeff, you probably got it in midnight green. I'm pretty sure you probably got it in midnight green. I mean, why wouldn't you at this point? This is still disrespecting your quarterback. Which one? Jalen Hurts? Oh, yeah. The media can talk all they want about Jalen Hurts. They just don't want to admit he's a Super Bowl champion. That he was just the second quarterback to bring the team to the Super Bowl and win it. That Jalen Hurts won Super Bowl MVP. That Jalen Hurts did this. That Jalen Hurts did that. Yada, yada, yada. All they want to say is that, oh, Jalen Hurts, he's got a Super Bowl team around him. I'm really not going to pay attention to the Sixers game. This is going to be more of me talking to you guys at this point. This is going to be more me talking to you guys at this point because this Sixers team is absolutely embarrassing. They need to sit everybody. It's still disrespect to your quarterback. If we're talking about Jalen Hurts, like, Asia, I literally said it from the jump. Like, all the media was saying is that, oh, Jalen Hurts, he has a super team around him. He's got two wide receiver ones in A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith is the reason why Jalen Hurts is such a good quarterback. Jalen Hurts doesn't do anything. Jalen Hurts doesn't do this. Jalen Hurts doesn't do that. Oh, he's carried by a tush push. He's carried by this. He scores this percent of his touchdowns because of the tush push. Yeah. Oh, the tush push should be outlawed. It's crazy. But you know what, Asia, you know what? That's okay. Let them keep disrespecting Jalen Hurts. One thing that they can't disrespect Jalen Hurts about is that Jalen Hurts is a Super Bowl champion. They can't deny that. Jalen Alexander Hurts is a Super Bowl champion. They can't deny that. They cannot deny that anymore. I'm done. The disrespect for Jalen Hurts should be over. Let's talk about Jalen Hurts as one of the best quarterbacks in the league. And stop talking like he's a mediocre quarterback or the next Daniel Jones. Let's stop the madness. I believe so was the only color they had at the store and didn't want to wait on pre-order and shipping. Hey man, I respect that. You know, if you go out to like the merch store or something, yeah, I completely get that. Because then you can get it right away. But I got mine online, Jeff, and I'll tell you what, the white jerseys, they are nice. They are nice. The white jerseys are nice, Jeff, I'm telling you. Eagles fly Super Bowl championship, yes, sir. They're the champions, can't change it. Thank you. Thank you, Charles. Thank you. Guys, keep bringing on the comments. I'm not paying. I can't stand watching the Sixers game anymore. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. Like they're literally out here playing. The Celtics are out here toying the Sixers, playing Torrey Craig. They're playing Torrey Craig. When was the last time we heard that man's name? Torrey Craig. Genuinely. But exactly, Charles, you're absolutely right. Cannot change the fact that the Eagles are champions and Jalen Hurts is a Super Bowl champion. Jalen Hurts can get all the disrespect that he wants. Jalen Hurts will literally just use that disrespect as motivation. That's literally how he uses the disrespect. He literally uses it as motivation. This is a big week for me. This weekend is my mom's funeral, memorial service, and my family and I are finishing up the arrangements. Getting emotional thinking about it. Asia, once again, praying for your mom. Hopefully everything's well for you and the rest of your family. Guys, once again, prayer hands in the chat for Asia Roberson who lost her mom the other day. Prayer hands in the chat, guys. Asia Roberson, Queen co-moderator. Be encouraged, uplifted, motivated, and inspired. We may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. Blessings and favor. Hey, absolutely. But still, guys, prayer hands in the chat for Asia Roberson. Get this Sixers game over with. I don't care about this game. Time to get the tanking. Tank season. So get ready for your Phillies soon. Asia, I'm not even ready for the Phillies. You're running it back with the same core in which you lost in the second round of the playoffs last year when you had a first round bye to the New York Mets. I'm not ready for this team this year. I'm probably not even going to pay attention to them, but at this point, what else is on? What else is on television? There's no football. The Sixers are trash. And the Flyers are still mediocre. Like, genuinely. Like, I'm just going to watch the Phillies just for the absolute heck of it. Even if I know how trash they are. Like, they're literally just running it back with the same core. And we know how that's going to turn out. Heck, if they make the playoffs, they might lose in the wild card round. Or they might not even make the playoffs at all. Guys, keep bringing comments into the chat. Keep bringing them on. I can't stand watching the Sixers game anymore. I can't stand it. I cannot stand it. This is just about me in the chat right now. It's about me in the chat. They're playing the Harlem Globetrotters. Exactly. They're playing the what's the year that the Lakers had all those guys back in the day? What was the year they had the Magic Johnsons of the world, the Kobe Bryants, the Kareem Abdul-Jabbars, the Shaquille O'Neals? Anyway, 80s and 90s Lakers. Like that's what we're making this team look like. We're making them look like the 80s and 90s Lakers. You make Luke Cornett look like the next Dennis Rodman. You make Peyton Pritchard look like Magic Johnson. Oh my goodness. And it goes on and on and on. I'm not even paying attention to this fourth quarter. This team is horrible. That's why you giving up already on your baseball team? Yes, Asia. Why do you think I'm giving up on the team when we're literally just running it back with the same core and we have the same manager running this team? We got the same manager. The only area that this team wanted to address in the offseason was literally the pitching aspect. The pitchers do not swing the bats at the baseball. Oh, but the Phillies signed Max Kepler. Okay, what's he gonna do for the team? What's he gonna do for the team? One guy can only do so much for the team. Max Kepler's literally a nobody anyways. Like, I'm looking up his numbers. This is about me in the chat right now. This is about me in the chat. This game can just play out. This game can just play out, man. I don't even care. Yeah, let me see. Let me see this kid. Max Kepler. The dude's under a 300 batting average. Like, stop. And you're literally just bringing back the same core on top of Max Kepler, who is literally your only change to the lineup. And the real reason is because you got Johan Rojas coming back, but you get rid of Christian Pache. But, like, seriously. Max Kepler was the only way you address the batting aspect of things. You go all in on the pitching. You try to go all in on the pitching. You got a few pitchers, but you also got a bunch of minor leaguers. You also got a bunch of AA and AAA guys on the team. So I'm telling you, one of two things are going to happen. I'm telling you, just signing Max Kepler is not going to do anything. It's not going to do anything. It's really not going to do anything. Either this Phillies team is doing one of two things. Okay, they're either losing in the wild card round or they're not making the playoffs. Bookmark it. Bookmark it. And besides, as long as they have Rob Thompson for eternity, they're not going to even make a difference. A bird sitting on a tree is not afraid of the branch breaking because its stress is not on the branch but on its own wings. Always believe in yourself. Charles, I'm trying to believe, man, but how am I supposed to believe in a team that's literally running it back with the same core? The team that literally did nothing in the offseason to address the hitting aspect. You address the pitching aspect by signing Jordan Romano from the Blue Jays, Joe Ross or whatever the heck his name was from the Brewers, and then outside of those two guys, you literally sign a bunch of minor leaguers. You literally sign a bunch of dudes from the AA and from the AAA. Don't even get me started. It's like doing the same thing, expecting a different result. Exactly, Charles. Thank you. Thank you. Did you get to watch the parade from your job? Asia, funny that you say that actually, because they actually had it up and running in one of the big rooms there, but you know things just get really busy, especially when you have a full time job on your hands. Which where I work is a manufacturing facility, so more important that I stay on the floor and remain busy rather than watch the parade. Max Kepler stay healthy. That's another thing too. That's another thing too. Like, go back to Google. Go back to Google. Yeah, let me see his stats. That's another thing too. Like, Max Kepler, look at the amount of games played season by season. Let's go all the way back to 2015 when he was just a rotational piece. 3 games played for Max Kepler: 2016, 113; 2017, 147; 2018, 156; 2019, 134; 2020, 48; 2021, 121; 2022, 115; 2023, 130; and 2024, 105. So, yeah, safe to say that just signing Max Kepler is not going to do you too much. It's not. And you're running it back with the same core that lost in the second round of the playoffs with a first round bye to the New York Mets. And speaking of the Mets, if this is not the year the Mets win the World Series, then their franchise is just absolutely fraudulent. I'm just going to say it right now. Their franchise is absolutely fraudulent if they don't find a way to win the World Series with the team that they have constructed, adding Juan Soto to their franchise. Like, if they cannot find a way to win with this team, if they cannot find a way to win with this team, then they just have a poverty franchise. Their pattern to the Phillies losing in the NLCS to the division series. What's next? Losing the wild card round? Exactly. Thank you. They lost in the World Series to the Houston Astros. Then they lost in the NLCS to the who's it? The Diamondbacks? Yeah, the Diamondbacks. And then the next year they lose in the NLDS to the New York Mets. So yes, I'll guarantee you this, Asia. They're going to lose in the wild card round. If they don't lose in the wild card round, they're not making the playoffs at all. Watch. I'm telling you. It's going to happen. Just get this Sixers game over with. Let's go. Just get this game over with. But yeah, man, I'm not paying attention to this game. I'm literally not even like once the third quarter ended, I was like, I'm done. I'm done. When was the last time Flyers won a Stanley Cup? Ooh, we'd have to go back to the Broad Street Boys days. 19 was it 83? I know it was in the 80s. I think 80s or 70s. I think 74. Well, 1975. Flyers have won 2 Stanley Cups, 74, 75 back-to-back years. So yeah, 1975, the last time the Flyers won the Stanley Cup. Oh yeah. I said, oh, I wasn't born yet. Well, Asia, let me tell you this. I definitely was nowhere even close to being born yet. 74, 75. If I'm doing my math right, Asia, here's another thing too. My mom wasn't even born yet the last time the Flyers won a Stanley Cup. My mom wasn't even born yet, for crying out loud. Oh my goodness. Just shows you how bad the Flyers are currently and have been for like the past 50 years. For the past 5 decades. Just shows you how bad they are. How young is your mom? She'll be 49 at the end of February. She'll be 49 at the end of 49 at the end of February. At the end of February. So at the end of this month. Actually, 1 week from today. Now that I think about it. That's crazy. The Sixers have 0 blocks in this game, and the Celtics have 6. Dude, this team is horrible. Oh my gosh. This team is horrible. Dude, next live stream, I'm going in with street clothes. I don't care. I don't care. I'll still have the jersey up. Because Nick Nurse, you need to put me in this game. You need to put me in the game, Nick Nurse. Sign me to a 10-day contract. Sign every Sixers fan to a 10-day contract and let them play. Sign every Sixers fan. Every Sixers fan across the entire earth, across the United States of America. Sign every Sixers fan to a 10-day contract. Let's go. Yes, even all the grandpas out there. Sign every grandpa to a 10-day contract. Let's go. Yeah, I haven't called this fourth quarter one time. Well, Asia, here's the thing. From the last time the Flyers won the Stanley Cup in 75, really depending on what month that was or would have been, my mom probably would have been just a few months old to maybe even a year. I don't even know. It all depends on what day the Stanley Cup was that year. So, who knows? I was born in 1980. Hey, there you go. At least you were born for when the Sixers. At least you were born for when the Sixers last won the NBA Finals. At least you got to see the Sixers win an NBA Finals championship. I have yet to see them make it past the second round. And this is going to be another year where it doesn't happen. Get this Sixers game over with. I'm done. I pretty much have stopped watching this game since the end of the third quarter. Oh, yeah, that's right, ladies and gents. Hang on 1 second. Hold up. I got to do this. Ladies and gentlemen, hashtag tank season. It's tank season. Oh my goodness gracious. Ladies and gentlemen, it is tank season. It is tank season, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my. It is tank season, ladies and gentlemen. It is tank season. And until the end of the game, that comment is staying there. That comment is staying there. Until the clock officially hits all the zeros. That comment, that banner is staying there. But you guys pretty much get the point. It's tank season. Go tank for Cooper Flag. Go get him. Go tank for Cooper Flag. It's time. As we get a look at the greatest statue in all the land in the Rocky statue, where it has cursed many NFL teams from trying to beat the Eagles. And yes, let's go. Let's get this game all wrapped up. Let's get this game all wrapped up. Let's get this game all wrapped up. Let's go. Wrap this game up. It's tank season, ladies and gentlemen. It is tank season. And ladies and gents, that's going to do it. We did not call a single lick of the fourth quarter of this game as the Boston Celtics are going to take down the Philadelphia 76ers in this one by a final score of 124 to 104. The Boston Celtics will also get their seventh straight road win, and the Sixers will get their sixth consecutive loss. It is tank season, ladies and gentlemen. It is tank season. It is tank season. Let's go. Ladies and gents, I got to do it. I have to do it, man. I have to do it. Ladies and gents, give me a second. There you go, guys. Had to do it. You see the ticker at the bottom? Had to do it. You already know, ladies and gents. It is tank season. Seriously. It is tank season. Oh my. It is tank season. It's just not really. I wasn't in sports yet. I was a little kid in the 80s. Hey, it is what it is. But I mean, the Sixers at least still won a championship and still got past the second round in your lifetime, Asia. It's like with me. I didn't get to see the Phillies win the. I didn't get to see the Phillies win the World Series when they last won it in 2008. But at least they won a World Series in my lifetime. The Phillies have won a World Series in my lifetime. I got to see Ohio State win the national championship in my lifetime, and I got to see Eagles win Super Bowl in my lifetime. So, well, make that two. Make that two. Am I not supposed to be tanking, but they're playing like they're not? Exactly. It's over. It's been over. It's been over. What's up, Bruce Harper? Appreciate you coming through and stopping on by. I don't feel like I can watch much more of this team this year, as we are terrible and don't even try anymore except for Maxi. Like, exactly. See, you already know. Beaches just had the surgery. Thank you. Sit Joel Embiid and Paul George for the rest of the season. You can keep Maxi on the floor. Keep Maxi on the floor. That's fine. But sit Joel Embiid and Paul George for the rest of the season. I'm done. Is I feel you're right? All I can say is, what's all that you could say, Bruce? We should tank just like you said. Hey, do whatever it takes to go get Cooper Flag. Go tank for Flag. It's tank for Flag season. Well, that's if he does stay in this year's draft class, because there have been rumors saying that he could go back to college. Because keep in mind, folks, Cooper Flag is just a college freshman. So I would not be surprised. Don't be surprised if he does go back to Duke to once again play for the Blue Devils for another year. And if they don't get Cooper Flag, another guy that I could see the Sixers taking. Here we go. Ace Bailey. Yeah, another freshman. So if the Sixers don't go with Cooper Flag, go get Rutgers prospect Ace Bailey. Go get him. Then you just signed Lonnie Walker. Yes, we did, Asia. But the thing is, he officially did not sign the contract yet. I think he's probably gonna have the contract officially signed tomorrow. So he really is not going to be able to play until Monday against the Chicago Bulls. We'll be live for that game too, and probably the game on Saturday against your Brooklyn Nets. Asia, look at that. So the Wizards are even better than us, so we could get flagged. Exactly. Like, it's tank season. It's time to tank. I'm telling you guys, Coach Nurse, jersey's right here. Throw me in. Unbelievable, unthinkable. Hey, man. Come on, Coach Nurse. Jersey's right here. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. Jump shot might not look pretty, but I'm ready to go. we'll probably win again. Hey, you probably will win again, Asia. Make sure our draft stock is even worse. And make sure it gets even better, getting closer to the number one overall pick to either take Cooper Flag or Ace Bailey. I mean, Asia. Here's the thing: you're currently losing by 7 to the Cavaliers, 76-69, with about 2:50 left to go in the third quarter. But yeah, you're not winning yet, Asia, but I mean, there is still a chance. Because the thing is that the 76ers are just 2 games behind the Chicago Bulls for the 10th spot, I believe. That doesn't matter, Charles. This, just like the ticker says down below the comment. What's it say, folks? It says tank season. It's tank season. Let's go. Time to start tanking. Time for Joel Embiid to go get that surgery. Paul George to sit down the rest of the season. Play everybody else. Till next stream, peace, blessings. Hey, Charles, man, appreciate you coming through and supporting my guy. And guys, we've been over here just a little over 2.5 hours. Again, appreciate everybody that's been stopping on by. Appreciate all you guys for coming on in here. Thanks, appreciation, DLC, for allowing me to contribute to your channel. Hey man, I appreciate you, sir. Thank you for coming through and supporting the channel as always. I expect us to win the game against the Cavs. I mean, Asia, like, let's just be honest. Absolutely, Charles. Let's get ready to pack the bags and head off to Cancun. That's where we're going. We're going to Cancun, baby. We're going to Cancun. Yup. Yup. We're going to Cancun. Here's the thing too, between the Phillies, the Flyers, and the Sixers, the team out of these three that I can see most likely, the least likely winning a championship, most likely is the Phillies, without a doubt. Most likely. Right in the middle, I'm about to just put 2A and 2B. You know what? The Flyers are 2A, and the Flyers are 2A, and the Sixers are 2B. This is just ridiculous. Oh my goodness gracious. But Charles, you were absolutely right. Time for the Sixers to start packing their bags and heading to Cancun. Yup. Yup. Charles says Phillies. Yeah. Phillies would be most likely to win a championship between them, the Flyers, and the Sixers. Even if they run back with the same core, they're still the most likely team of the three to win a championship. But yeah, and definitely the Flyers would go before the Sixers. Because this Sixers team is absolutely abysmal. This team is abysmal. Like, I cannot stand this Sixers team. This was the team that was supposed to be one of the best teams in the NBA, having Paul George, Joel Embiid, and Tyrese Maxey all playing together. And next thing you know, they're out here looking like absolute dog poo. And guys, this is how badly the Sixers got beat, okay? I'm probably not even going to go over the stats, but this is how badly they got beat. Sure, it says 104 for the Sixers for their end of game score. But guys, here's the thing. If you take a look at the box score, nobody on the Sixers scored more than 20 points tonight. That's how badly they got beat. Even though it says they got beat by 20, it feels like they got beat by more because nobody on this team scored more than 20 points. The highest score was Paul George with 17. I think Paul George actually did okay. I mean, nothing crazy, but we've definitely seen worse. We've seen 2-point Paul George. We've seen 2-point Pinky PG. We've seen 2-point Pinky PG out here. So, I mean, for the sake of Paul George, it could have been worse. It goes to show that stars on paper don't win games, have to execute on the basketball court, my humble opinion. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, didn't Daryl Morey learn when he decided to bring in James Harden and bring him into Philly? Didn't he learn from when he brought James Harden into Philly to pair up with Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey? Didn't he learn by then that 3 stars are not going to work out? Apparently, he learned absolutely nothing. Daryl Morey learned absolutely nothing from the experiment to where this team had Tyrese Maxey, James Harden, and Joel Embiid. Oh, so let's go get another star. Let's go get Paul George. Something's definitely going to change. No, it's not. Three stars on the same team do not work. So stop. And this team, from the get-go, should have just went the role player route. If this team would have went the role player route, they probably would be in a playoff spot right now. But no. Instead, they're sitting 15 games under 500. See your GM get hit in the head with a beer can. Yeah, I did see that. He had a nice little scratch on his forehead. He had a nice little spot on his forehead too. Ouch. I don't even think it was a beer can. I think it might have been a glass of beer. It might have been a glass of beer. But yeah, guys, let's keep chopping it up with the chat. Keep chopping it up with the chat. I'm not going over these stats. I'm not, okay? I am not. How many 3 pointers did the Sixers even make? Three from Paul George, one from Maxey, one from Oubre, one from Quentin Grimes. So six right there. Oh my gosh, the Sixers only made 8 3 pointers. They only made 8 threes in this entire game. The Celtics made 24. The Celtics made triple the amount of 3 pointers than the Sixers did. Like, that's how bad this game was. The Sixers barely shot more than 20% from three. 20.5% from three for the Sixers team as a whole. This franchise is an absolute joke. This franchise is an absolute disgrace. Kenny Pickett's a Super Bowl champion. That's funny, not for Steelers fans. Are you kidding me? Not to mention, too, ladies and gents, like when you look at the bench, you made Peyton Pritchard. Wait, what is his? Does he primarily play point guard or shooting guard? Yeah, point guard. You made Peyton Pritchard tonight look like the next Magic Johnson. You made Luke Cornett look like the next Dennis Rodman. Oh my gosh. You made Luke Cornett look like the next Shaquille O'Neal. You made seriously, you made Luke Cornett look like Shaq. Oh yeah, let's see who else they made look good tonight. They made Al Horford look pretty good. Nothing special. Just made him look like the next who was one of those good power forwards back in the day. Oh yeah, they made him look like Tim Duncan out there. They made Al Horford look like Tim Duncan out there, dude. Oh my goodness. So they made Al Horford look like the next Tim Duncan. They made Peyton Pritchard look like the next Magic Johnson. And they made Luke Cornett look like Dennis Rodman. And that's how you know this was a horrible loss when Peyton Pritchard off the bench in 31 minutes is the team's leading scorer. Jaylen Brown led all the starters tonight. Jason Tatum had a triple double and only had 15 points. 15 points, and he finished this game with a triple-double. Guys, keep dropping the comments in the chat. Keep dropping thoughts in the chat before we get out of here. The city of brotherly love doesn't deserve this. Yeah, you ain't kidding, Charles. He's that young defense. He's that young defense on the Eagles team. Absolutely. Don't be getting so many aging vets. And I'm telling you this right now. The Eagles, for the sake of this year, for the offseason, need to address a good majority of their positions they have to address them through the draft. Okay? I don't care what you say. The Eagles for this offseason need to address a good majority of their positions through the draft. They have to. They're going to do things. Al Horford, former Sixer? Absolutely. Making Al Horford look like the next Tim Duncan out here. And then making Luke Cornett look like the next Dennis Rodman. And then Peyton Pritchard to become the next Magic Johnson. Joel Embiid was out there looking terrible. Like, seriously. 3 of 9 from the field, Joel. You're out there getting locked up by Kristaps Porzingis, Al Horford, and Luke Cornett. Joel, you got to be held accountable. Like, seriously. Sit your butt down for the rest of the season, Joel. I'm done. Sit your butt down for the rest of the season, Joel. The fact that this dude in 27 minutes can only put up 15 points, 3 rebounds, not 7, not 9, not even 12, not even 5. 3 rebounds for Joel Embiid in 27 minutes and 4 assists. How do you have more assists than rebounds, Joel? Disrespectful to this organization. How does Quentin Grimes finish with more rebounds than you? Oh, wait. Quentin Grimes actually does something. He actually hustles down the floor. And he actually contributes in some way, shape, or form. He doesn't stand around. He doesn't put his hands up. He doesn't play catch. He actually runs for the ball and actually puts his hands up to go get it. What else did Joel Embiid get out rebounded by? You get out rebounded by Gershon Yabusele. Hold up. Wait. No. Hold up. Wait a second. You're lucky Paul George didn't have more rebounds than you. You're lucky on that part. But Joel, you get out rebounded by Quentin Grimes. You get out rebounded by Kelly Oubre. You get out rebounded by Tyrese Maxey. You get out rebounded by Gershon Yabusele. You get out rebounded by David Roddy, who only played 13 minutes tonight. David Roddy, in his Sixers debut, who only played 13 minutes, out rebounded you. What is going on, Joel? Andre Drummond. Old man Andre Drummond had more rebounds than you, Joel. What are we doing here? You almost were out rebounded by. You had the same amount of rebounds as Jeff Dowtin Jr. and Ricky Council combined. You had the same amount of rebounds as those two dudes combined. That's how pathetic Joel Embiid is for this team, dude. Get him out. Bench him. Bench Joel Embiid the rest of the season. I'm done. Like, seriously, Joel Embiid, how in the name of God's green earth do you finish this game with the same amount of rebounds as Jeff Doughton Jr. and Ricky Council combined? Oh my goodness gracious. This team has no heart. This team has no heart whatsoever, man. I'll tell you what. This team has zero heart at the end of the day. This team has zero heart at the end of the day. I'm just going to tell you that right now, ladies and gentlemen. This team has zero heart, and this team just doesn't want to win. This team just doesn't want to win anymore. A lot of things went wrong in this game. This team barely shot more than 20% from three. Yet Joel Embiid finishing this game with the same amount of rebounds combined between Jeff Downs Jr. and Ricky Council. Yet nobody on this team scoring more than 20 points. Leading scorer in this game being Paul George with 17. Like, I just don't even know what to say. It's tank season. You read the ticker down there below this banner. It's tank season. It's tank season. A commitment you'll never start without this, you'll never finish. Absolutely no consistency at all. That literally defines this team. That literally defines this team, Charles. Thank you. That literally defines this team into how bad of an organization this is. When this was supposed to be one of the best teams entering the season with Paul George, Tyrese Maxey, Joel Embiid, and what was supposed to be a phenomenal core around them. I can see the core around this team being very promising. It's just that it's time for changes. It's time for Paul George to sit out the rest of the season. It's time for Joel Embiid to sit out the rest of the season and go get that surgery. It's time. It's time. That's my Carson Wentz comment. Let me go back to it, Asia. Hang on. I would have laughed if Carson Wentz has gotten another ring for nothing. Yeah, that would have been silly. That would have been crazy. And Nick Nurse too. Like, what is it with you playing all these old dudes? Like, you're playing Andre Drummond. You're playing who else are you playing? You're playing okay, I can respect Gershon Yabusele. I can respect Gershon Yabusele. At least Gershon Yabusele actually gives effort just about every night, unlike Joel Embiid. But dude, actually, Andre Drummond actually did a really pretty solid job tonight. I'll give it them Bono a little bit of a pass. I'll give Nick Nurse a little bit of a pass tonight on some of these changes. Not all of them. Not all of them. Because some of them were bad and some of them were okay. But dude, it's just like, what else do you want me to do? What else do you want me to say? This team is trash. This team is horrible. And guys, it's time to commit to the tank. Dude, seriously, this is just driving me insane. Oh my goodness. I just can't stand this, man. This is crazy. Take a few more comments, guys, and then we'll get out of here. Play the old guys against my Nets so we could win. I'm joking, by the way. Asia, guess what? Guess what? Your Nets are going to probably beat the Sixers regardless. Because this Sixers team has zero identity whatsoever. It doesn't matter if they play the old guys, if they play the young guys. Because if you know Nick Nurse, he loves his boys. He loves all the boys. He loves all the boys. And I'll tell you what, for the sake of Joel Embiid, that was probably that was one of the worst performances I may have seen from Joel Embiid. Like, what are we doing? Especially on the rebounding aspect. How on earth in 27 minutes do you finish with 3 rebounds and you finish tied for the same amount of rebounds as Jeff Downton Jr. and Ricky Council the fourth combined? That does not make any sense. But you won't be finished the game with 15 points. Oh, it doesn't matter. That does not matter. Ho, 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 ho. Oh, my. That does not matter. It doesn't matter. I don't care how many points you finish with. The fact of the matter is that you finished with the same amount of points as Jeff Down Jr. and Ricky Council IV. And you are supposed to be the guy that leads this team in rebounds. But who led the team in rebounds tonight? That's right, Gershon Yabusele. And why did he lead the team in rebounds? Why did the team lead the team in rebounds, guys? Let's think about that. I think it's because Gershon Yabusele, unlike Joel Embiid, he actually cares, number one. Number two, he wants to hustle. Number three, he wants it more. Joel Embiid does not want it. And Joel Embiid is literally, again, he's playing on one good knee. He's playing on one good knee. It's crazy, but it's true. This team didn't even play 95-year-old Kyle Lowry and 87-year-old Eric Gordon tonight, and they still get beat by 20 to the Boston Celtics. It's crazy. I know the players on the court are playing the game, but the coach has to use wisdom plus discretion and juggle up the lineup, in my humble opinion. Absolutely, Charles. Thank you. And what we mean by juggle the lineup, Nick Nurse, it's time for you to pay attention to Sixers content creators and fans. Because Charles right here, it's time for you to pay attention to Sixers content creators and fans across America. Shake up the lineup, number one. Number two, sit Joel Embiid and Paul George for the rest of the season. Do it. But we have Joshua Harris. He's out here saying, "Oh, I think this team is still a playoff caliber team." They're not a playoff caliber team, Josh Harris. You're thinking about your ever beloved Washington Commanders that went to the NFC Championship and had a really good season before losing 55-23 to the Philadelphia Eagles in the NFC Championship game. Oh, but the Sixers, we're still making a playoff push. This team is still playoff caliber. No, they're not, Josh Harris. Stick to one franchise. Don't be taking over 2 franchises. Don't take 2 franchises. Stick to one franchise. Pick one franchise and stick with it. Because clearly you have not paid attention to the 76ers. You have clearly not paid attention. It's crazy. But you have not paid attention, sir, because you're so busy with your Washington Commanders. You got to watch them succeed, but you pay no attention to your Sixers. It's just common sense. Just go out there and admit it, Josh Harris. Admit that you were wrong. And tell Nick Nurse to shake things up and sit Paul George and Joel Embiid for the rest of the season. Man, until next stream, peace. Hey, Charles, man, take care. Take care, my guy. Plus, the Nets actually played hard regardless of the record. Exactly. That's why I literally said that the Nets are going to beat the Sixers on Saturday. And the Bulls might beat the Sixers on Monday, too. Why do you think we got the banner, Asia, that says tank season? Because it's tank season. You best believe it is tank season. It's tank season, people. About to be too soon? Exactly. But yeah, guys. What did we learn today, ladies and gents? We have learned that this Sixers team is horrible, a disgrace to the city, and this team needs to start tanking. That's all. That's all I got. But ladies and gents, on that note, that is pretty much going to go ahead and do it for me here in this one. Sixers fall to the Boston Celtics, 124 to 104, lose by 20, and drop now to 15 games under 500 to 20 and 35 on the season, and lose their sixth consecutive game now. And ladies and gents, on that note, that's pretty much going to go ahead and do it for me here in this one. Be sure to like and subscribe if you guys have not done so, ladies and gents. And I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Peace, everybody. Have a great rest of your night, ladies and gents. God bless and peace.